Us that mic thing that mics do. I think
Oh.
because sometimes if you don't talk for a while, the mic will get super sensitive, and then when you
Mm.
talk again, I think it might have something to do with that.
I think it was just on our end. Who
Oh,
knows?
okay.
Woo!
Hello, we are level 2.
We're level 2.
I know.
Holy
Look at our
smokes.
little labels.
I know, level 2. How beautiful is that? You're looking extra sinister and delicious today, Gabe. I love it.
Yeah.
Is this in honor of level 2?
No, I just figured since we're going to a graveyard, so you got to dress for a funeral.
Dressed to impress?
Yes.
The
Yeah.
dead?
Yeah. You know what? Maybe Nim, how's your mom?
Whoa.
Is everyone going to be making passes at Nim's mom today?
No, I didn't even. I don't even know if Nim's mom is real. But thank you for the compliment, Jasmine.
Watch it just be like a figment of Nim's imagination because Nim
would
hears
not be
voices
shocked.
from a freaking well and shit.
Nim accidentally became a godchild. Oh hell, yo! If Nim is the ring child, I'm done.
Right? Like she's hearing voices.
No.
from a well.
Don't do that while I'm looking at a screen, Josephine.
Watch your little horns like rotate.
I feel like this party would just straight up bounce. I don't think they would be like, this is a problem to solve. I think they would be like, we're out.
Yo, Ajax, you said that's your baby, so
what's your problem?
I say a lot of things, man. I say a lot of things.
I mean, Ajax also said he wasn't 100% sure that his relationship with Mrs. Grimwillow wasn't in his head.
God, oh my God, that's true.
Whoa.
That messed me up.
What if Ajax is just a construct that Nim is possessing?
Whoa.
What if this is like some Cowboy Bebop stuff and Nim is actually like a 35-year-old man trapped in a child's body that bamboozles Ajax into doing her bidding so that she doesn't have to... You don't know. These are just valid that bronze girl theories.
The concerning case of Nim Grimwillow.
Hmm?
I just wanted to be the father. Just was trying to help.
I'm just asking questions. Balvin, what are these responses to my tweet?
It's a great selfie. Sorry.
What are these? Is that Kermit on life support? What happened? What happened to Kermit? I love Kermit. Why is he on life support?
It's the heart emojis. We're inhaling.
He's dying.
It's too much. The selfie was too much. It killed Kermit.
No, I
Did that kill Kermit?
You're radiating beauty.
Or did the third picture kill Kermit? Because there's
Lord. There's Lord. I don't know. Find out on episode 6.
Deep Balvin lore.
Hey, man.
All right. So in a completely professional move, I am going to go get my very important notebook with all of my notes from the next room.
We could roll for hit points for leveling up.
Oh.
Yes, and all of you roll for hit points, update your D&D Beyond character sheets or whatever character sheets you have, just a place where I can see it. And then also feel free to intro yourselves and tell the rest of the group any cool features you may have unlocked that you want to share with the audience. And I will be right back. Yeah, this is fine. I didn't mess up at all.
You got it.
No, we have stuff to do anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. Okay, perfect. Let me just make sure everything's okay. We're good. Yeah.
All right. Well, Gabe,
Yeah.
you go first. You're the top.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Gabe,
Sure.
you go
You have
first.
the- you have
Is
the-
it
you
weird
have
if we do this?
Wait, yeah. You're
No, it's just
You first.
Hi,
Oh.
I'm Gabe. I do cosplay and voiceover and game design. You can find me at Gabe James Games across the internet. Valym is my half-elf druid, and let's roll for Valym's hit points. That's a D8 plus my Constitution modifier, which is a number that exists. It's a +2. Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a 7 + 2. So I get 9 more hit points.
Damn, that is nice. And what new features did you get with your level up?
I got wild shape. So now I can turn into a wolf or a giant wolf spider or a squirrel or a badger.
Some of those things are nicer than others.
That was something else. Oh, and a giant badger. That is also an option. And an elk.
All right.
And a panther, so I can be Black Panther. Nothing else matters.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, Xander.
Hey, Hey, Josephine. Why don't you go? Since
Oh yeah.
we tell each other when we're going in the show.
It's true. Okay, one
It
of us
wasn't the
here is a
order.
producer, so like that's why.
He's in the producer card.
But sure,
God.
if the order's all weird, go top, bottom, and then we'll go to Xander, and then to
Yes.
Wow.
Balvin,
It
all
just
right?
sounds like my love life.
Yeah.
I just realized I
Um,
forgot to add timestamps on the last VOD. I'll do that. Don't worry.
Jasmine,
worry,
we've
YouTube
gotten
viewers.
nothing done.
I was
Yeah.
gone forever.
That's not true. I did my intro, gave my
Yeah.
roles and everything.
Hi, I'm Josephine McAdam. You can find me at JCVIM. I'll plug some stuff at the end of the show. I'm going to roll my hit dice for Nim. It's a D8, and they're +0 on con. So, which color should I use? Purple, gray, or black? Not that it's
Purple.
purple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moment of truth.
Mm.
An 8, baby!
Oh,
Wow,
nice.
holy shit. Thank you, Xander, for blessing my dice.
Fantastic.
Okay, wonderful, because I was real low. And I got a new spell. I got Song of Rest, so I can help my allies get extra hit points on short rests when they use a hit die. And there was something else. I can't remember it. But yeah, the new spell, well, maybe it'll come up in play.
Yeah.
I'm going to help you level up, Balvin, because I think we haven't done that just yet.
And then I'll go because Scorpio is level 2 now, and as a monk, that means he gains access to key points. Oh yeah, I'm Xander. Hey, I'm playing Scorpio, and his hit point is hit dice is also D8. 8 + 1 for Constitution is 9, so he's up to 24 HP. That's pretty good.
That's dope.
Mhm.
Also, I guess when I leveled up, you can switch cantrips. I went from shape water to produce flame.
Mm.
Have something a little
Oh.
more melee oriented instead of just moving water with my mind.
Yeah.
Awesome.
With key points, I have basically 3 extra slots of things to use, which include Step of the Wind, Patient Defense, Unarmed Strike, or Flurry of Blows. So a whole bunch of different abilities, which hopefully we'll see in action.
Fantastic.
Mm.
Balvin, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello. I am LordBalvin on everything again because I got my Twitter back.
Yay!
Yeah, LordBalvin on all socials, everything. I'm playing Ajax, a half-orc fighter that tends to get beat up a lot by women. So
Yeah,
that's my swag.
That's a good swag.
So,
it's a character trait now.
at level 2, Ajax gets Action Surge. So once per short rest or long rest, you can actually use an additional action on your turn. So if you want to, you can take a second move action, or you can attack again. Anything
It's
that
so
requires an
good.
action, you can do twice. And I think we also get more hit points. So go ahead. I think your hit die is a D10. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll a D10 plus your con modifier.
So I rolled a 3, but plus
That's
a
fine.
5 as 8.
Okay.
My Constitution is 5.
That's 3 8s.
Wait,
Yeah.
Wait, your Constitution I think is +3.
No, it says +5 on.
Oh, that's your saving throw. That's your saving throw.
Oh, you're right.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, damn,
It's
I
okay.
cannot
okay.
remember that.
Okay, so you plus 2, so 6 then. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just making sure you didn't have, because sometimes there's things where you get like advantage on hit die and stuff, but I don't think you have anything like that. So you get 6.
Yeah.
So you're at 24 hit points. It's not bad.
I'm at 16 total. I forgot to mention that.
And I mean, you have an AC of 16. I think one of the other cool things Xander gets is he moves 40 feet now, so he's a lot faster than y'all.
Yes, Scorpio gets 10 feet in addition to his movement, as long as he's not wearing heavy armor.
It's pretty cool. Zooming along.
Super
What
fast.
did I? Oh, Jack of all trades is the other thing. It's not
Mm.
huge for everyone else.
Hey, but it's huge for you, and that's what matters. We're
Mhm.
family.
Pretty cool.
Aw.
Tell us about it.
Tell you about it?
Yeah.
Oh, Nim gets half proficiency on all skills he's not already proficient in.
Nim can do anything.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna
You
be
know,
real
kids,
good.
they can learn anything.
Mhm.
That's true. That's true. Kids do learn so fast. Just teaching them all the languages now.
Mm-hmm.
Since Nim's not an adult, does that mean it's okay if he lies?
You want to try and get Nim to lie? Go. Yeah, I mean,
No, I don't. I genuinely don't, because I feel like once it starts, it does not stop.
Mm-hmm.
You're a godchild. Your lies become reality.
I mean,
Oh.
what makes you think that he hasn't already?
Oh my God, that's where the mom came from. Everything is fine together.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
That's the key.
Sorry, I'm just looking here real
WandaVision.
quick.
A lot is different now. Different perspectives on a lot of things.
But yeah, last time a whole bunch of stuff happened. Nim was taken into the forest, and then we unraveled all of that happening. Found out there was a whole group that was behind it.
Yes.
And it turned out to be the Blue Swallow meadery. Dang it.
Yeah, for them.
All right.
No, sorry. Damn it, already.
Are we ready? Are we ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
All right. I apologize for the delay today, chat. So, we open on a large, quiet stone room that has a very sort of solemn and almost sanctified vibe to it. The floors are marble, white streaked with gray, and there's a large desk sitting towards the back of a room. A fire crackles on the right, and we see a woman creating a very elaborate floral arrangement. She has tons of different flowers kind of laid out in front of her neatly, the stems all cut to the precise length, and she is one by one examining each flower, placing them carefully into an arrangement in front of her, and then thinking again, putting it aside. Her skin is light gray, and her eyes are wreathed in gold, almost like the flames of the setting sun. And she peeks out behind hair almost a bit like a thundercloud, pillowy, curly, and soft. It's pulled back under a giant hat that almost looks funereal in nature. And she wears a simple dress with lovely silhouette. We hear a knock at her door, and she says, "Come in." And as she does so, the door opens, and in comes a half-orc, ornate in clothing and confident in bearing. And he says to her, "Sister Saranda, I have a proposal for you." She looks up at him and is like, "Ironside, come in," and waves him towards her. He takes a seat across from her and says, "You're looking for people for your expedition into Dara Pass?" She puts a flower down and says, and diverts her full attention to him. Yes, I've been having difficulty finding anyone willing to take the assignment. It's unknown what has caused travel through the past to stop, but I am eager to have the issue resolved with expediency. You found someone willing? He sighs a little bit. Is something wrong? Well, I have people under my watch who are a bit eager, overly eager to earn my favor. I would like to find them a productive way to prove themselves, as opposed to a destructive way. Well, what do you mean by destructive? Well, you know that the mead we sell at the market is a good chunk of what funds our endeavors. Apparently, there was some friendly competition that happened at the Goldendale market. This escalated. One of ours was injured, and they took it upon themselves to come back in disgrace, and although I forgave them, I don't believe they forgave themselves. They were eager to make it up to me and said they would take the trip to the various farms and ensure that they brought us back the honey and the other materials we needed. And, well, when they didn't come back after a day, I began to wonder if they had gotten a little too clever for their own good. I followed their path and found, sure enough, that they had engaged in some type of tomfoolery involving kidnapping in order to find a recipe that I quite frankly don't want. I'm not quite sure how to handle it, but I feel that they should be broken at least a bit of their headstrongness. So I said if they were so excited to prove that they were able to enact a plan and follow through it, that they should lead the expeditionary mission into Dara Pass, since you've been having difficulty finding volunteers. She shifts a bit uncomfortably. Well, if they're willing, I am not opposed. I can do this, yes. Yeah, have them reach out to my clerk. Give them the relevant details. Excited to see what information they come back with. Has the path being closed been an issue? Yes. We're cut off from the lake town to the east and from Rook's Reach in the north. Now, most of our business has not been disrupted, but the stonemasons often come down from the north for work and then return. Being cut off from their home has made them very upset. I've tried to provide decent accommodations in the interim, but they haven't been the most patient with me. I've been doing my best, but they're becoming restless. The sooner we get this issue resolved, the better. Do you know what's transpired there? If I did, I wouldn't be asking you to send 3 buffoons there to find out. All right, Ironside, that'll be all. Please continue taking care of the Abbey in my absence. She reaches into a side drawer of her desk and tosses him a pouch heavy with coin. That should cover your losses from the market, I think. Another thing. One of yours almost killed a girl. One of mine. Yes, I don't think it was intentional, but I just thought I'd let you know. Power needs to be honed. I don't think it was one of mine. A child from your town? I don't take children. Definitely not as students. Besides, I only take a pupil every 10 years, so mine are easier to keep track of than yours that grow so unruly, like weeds. I pluck the weeds from my garden, Ironside. Now please, pluck yourself from my office. And she carefully goes back to arranging her arrangement. I don't know what else you would call that. Valym, you stir from your musing. You're not asleep. You're awake. With almost a gentle tugging, like a longing or a willing, like something is flitting at the edge of your vision.
Look in the direction.
You see a small glimmer in the woods to your left.
I'm gonna go into it. Go towards it. It's never a bad idea.
It becomes brighter and then darker, almost going away completely. And just when you think you've lost sight of it, the glow comes back.
Speed up.
After some time, you are able to match the pace of this like sort of glowing light, and you find yourself in the woods. And this light, now larger than ever, about the size of a softball, comes and lands directly on your nose. As you make that expression, it rotates around and a face pops up. 2 bright eyes and 1 large snaggletooth. Hi!
Hi.
It's been a while.
It has.
I felt like you missed me, so I came back.
Long overdue.
You remember?
I do.
I used to keep you warm when you were a child.
You did. And I kept you dry.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Well, I'm a lot bigger now. It
That's
flexes
true.
a little bit, ripples at the edges. You feel a
I'm
gentle
impressed.
blue warmth on your nose.
I'm very impressed.
I traveled and tried to become one with the sun, and then I came back, rich with its knowledge.
Oh. Can you tell me anything you learned?
It opens its mouth, and out comes a cacophony of sound, like violins playing all at once.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah. Did you get it? Knowledge.
I also learned a new trick that I wanted to show you. I was hoping I would see you again.
Ah! Let's see it. Let's see it.
And I'm gonna do produce flame and cause a little blue flame to appear in my hand.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
I thought you'd appreciate that.
It's amazing. You see him kind of like go into it, and the flame gets a little brighter as they both burn together.
Wow.
The ethos called out and told me that you needed me, so I came back. The sun gazed down upon your head and said that you were sad.
There has been a lot, but it might be nice to have someone help dry my tears, I guess.
I'll burn them right off.
You know I wouldn't feel that.
I know, but it'll evaporate and then no more tears.
That's true. I also met some new companions.
I saw. That's why I lured you out here. You should be careful by that, by the way. How did you know I wasn't a stranger?
Well, I figured it couldn't get any worse.
That's true. Well, maybe. I mean, I could have been A creepy man with a lantern.
I'll just put you in the ground.
Hey, that's the Valym I know. Valym and Pilar at it again.
It's so strange to me. They have specific buildings where they put dead people, but in truth, all of nature is a cemetery. All of it.
There's probably dead people under us right now.
I'm sure we've buried bodies of our own, so I don't understand why they put them in specific places.
Yes. Gargantuan bodies, large as old as the bones of the earth itself. The sun god told me that.
Oh, wise.
The Sun King is very wise. His
I'd like
eyes
to meet
see
him one day.
all. His breath blows upon us and gives us the gift of life. All hail the sun god! And the snaggletooth gets very wide and broad into a big smile.
All hail the sun god.
You feel the sun kind of beat down upon you a little bit warmer than usual.
It's nice to feel warmth again like that.
The sun god sees all, envelops all, and warms us.
I missed you, Pilar.
I missed you too. I thought about changing to gold, but then I was afraid you might not recognize me, so I stuck with blue.
I like blue. Blue burns so bright.
Okay. We should go see your friends. Look at how they're looking at you from the edge of the forest.
Let's hide for now. I promised them that I wouldn't lie to them, but if I don't bring it up, then I don't have to lie.
Smart! And it almost merges with your chest, and you feel a warmth, kind of like drinking a shot of whiskey.
That's better.
Feel like slightly drunk, slightly warm, slightly buzzy.
And then I'll walk back to the camp.
You see that Scorpio and Nim and Ajax have all been sort of like watching from the edge of the forest, and Scorpio goes over to Ajax, is like, is this like your sword thing?
Oh, I would not have stayed close enough for you to see that.
Oh, okay.
If I knew you were watching, I'd have kept going.
Okay.
No. I'm not gonna say about a fire that lives in my chest. We are not that close yet.
Welcome back to camp, Valym. I'm sure whatever happened was fine.
I saw something in the woods and I went to go see what it was, but it wasn't anything new, so I just came back.
The last time this happened, we learned we were visited in our sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I can trust you, right? We're not in any kind of danger.
Can I do an insight check on Valym?
Sure, I didn't lie.
It's not about lying if you're still actively not saying something. You know, just checking. But, you know, probably just woke up. It's an 8.
Yeah, I feel like Valym's passive charisma probably would be an 8.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
I mean, I don't think you're in any danger. I didn't lead a strange child back to the camp. I was not sure if maybe while I was gone, a strange child appeared with a new axe. But
don't do this. Don't do this.
Well, you asked, Ajax.
I just wanted to make sure that everything's fine. That's
Look,
all.
nothing bad has happened while everyone has been asleep on my watch.
That's very
Arguable,
specific.
but
The strange child appearing was strange, but nothing bad happened, is my point.
we actually don't know that, considering we were asleep. So anything could have happened during that
Ajax,
time.
are we really doing this? Because should we talk about your watch, Ajax, or should we just leave this?
Breakfast is ready.
We'll talk about this later.
You enjoy Scorpio's delicious breakfast. Scorpio, what have you prepared today?
With Valym's help, I was actually able to forage some ingredients. What would be some of the things we found in the area, Valym, for You find like plants and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's he's able to forage enough to feed. So there's probably edible plants that you could brew into something, especially if you wanted to make a soup. And we have found wild berries before. Jasmine, if you think there are nuts in this forest too,
Yeah,
like that's probably
definitely.
So
Bring
yeah,
those together.
Scorpio has taken like the nuts and made a sort of flour, and with the berries there are tarts that he's cooked like over an open flame.
Scorpio's such a good cook.
And he smashed them with his head.
We have rocks.
This creates the finest flour.
This better be good.
I'm so worried about it.
Let me roll. See, like a survival maybe?
Yeah.
Oops, that's a natural 1. So there was an attempt.
Yeah. You bite into the tarts, and the berries used are sour. Like the type of sour that makes you feel like all the moisture has been removed from your mouth. Have you ever had that? Like that type of sour. Probably very good for you, high in vitamin C. You enjoy the benefits of the ration quality, but you find your mouth involuntarily just going like puckering as you're eating it. Just it's as every bit of moisture is just sucked up.
Ooh.
While we're eating, I look at Scorpio like,
Oh, whoa.
The good
Wait,
news is it does
this
this
isn't
on the
the-
way out too.
Scorp.
Shove down your tarts, trying your best to chew as little as possible, swallow them whole if you can. Wait,
Scorpio, that was not great. I'll cook next time. I don't want things that do the same going in and going out.
You know, for once, I think we can agree on something.
We agree all the time. What is up with you?
Look, it's a lot, man. I'm sorry, I'm just a little stressed from yesterday.
Put
Why
a
are you
hand
making that face at me?
on Ajax's shoulder. It's
Here, look.
okay.
Here, look. After we had our conversation with, your friend over there, he actually handed us, or me, some gold for our troubles. So I got 4. There's 4 of us. I think we can split evenly.
A payment?
Do you guys want it?
Sure, but you're always talking about money, Ajax.
I couldn't have gotten him back without your help yesterday. So it's only right.
Do you think that by taking the money, he would consider us like square?
Maybe me, but I don't think you and him have anything to worry about in that field. I told you I was down to, but I'm broke. So I kind of needed this. Valym, do you want the gold or not?
No, you can keep it. But Ajax, if we're really in desperate need for gold, we were given an amethyst by a strange child. We're not broke.
We also have to share this amethyst. And we haven't had time to really, put it to use due to the kidnapping yesterday. So just thinking that take what we can get at this point. Or me at least. I don't know about you guys.
Nim goes and takes 1 gold.
Scorp?
I appreciate your honesty. And Scorpio, take 1.
Last chance, Valym.
You seem to need it more than I do. You can keep it.
Thank you. I definitely do.
You exchange gold pieces where, you agree on it. And you also, pack away whatever little tarts you managed to pretend to eat in front of Scorpio and continue on your path to Solace Point. As you do, you see on the path in front of you something small and round moving along at a slow pace just ahead of you on the road in the middle of it. You hear like a slight jingling as it very steadily sort of moves along in front of you. And after a small amount of time, you catch up with it. Yes?
Is it that corpse branded cart?
No,
Betsy's?
no.
Yes.
Much smaller.
Okay.
Much smaller. As you get closer, you actually see it. Almost looks like a globe, or globe-like in nature, with two large wheels on either side, being led along by a horse with a small creature on top, a very small humanoid on top. As you approach and hearing the sound of Tootsie's little clop clop behind, the cart comes to a halt, and off of it jumps a goblin and greets you all with kind of like a T-pose in the middle of the road to assert dominance.
Oh.
T-pose to assert dominance.
Do it back, I guess. Seems like it's greeting, I guess.
If Valym does it, Nim does it too. Like, oh.
Ah, yes.
She looks around at you all and nods. She's got like brownish green skin. Her hair is cut into a very angular bob. She has 2 nose rings. She wears almost like these like thin cotton pantaloon style pants with a high collar mango blouse and simple boots. And her expression betrays that she is generally unimpressed with life. And she looks around at you all, posing back at her, and she says, "Greetings, travelers."
Hello.
I step back behind everyone else. Talk to enough animals.
She pokes the cart with a stick, and as she does, it starts to like almost expand. Like you hear a cog and a sprocket lock into place, and it starts to almost get bigger and more box-like in shape. Little compartments begin to open, and she says, "Welcome to Hoodwinkles. What are we in for today? A meal? Are we here to trade? Wait, do we have money?" And then you see her take her cane and start pushing some of the boxes back into place. Oh, no,
Yes,
we look
yes,
broke.
Yes. We were just looking for rations and other supplies.
Oh, hey, yes. Welcome to Harriet Hoodwink. And she once again goes about drawing out different compartments. And as she does, her small cart gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it almost grows in size in front of you as she opens different compartments and they expand into other ones. She pulls up like this sort of bookcase that comes up from the top into like a bookcase. And then she pulls out another one that's horizontal that reveals a drawer full of potions of every color. And she says, "What are we in the business for?" And as she like pulls out a bench and pulls down almost like those like retractable ironing boards, a full almost bar. And she immediately like hits the side of the bar. 3 stools pop out of it. And she's like, "I've only got 3. I've got fresh eel here." And she starts like fanning the coals. "We've got some fabrics. What are we in business for? Why are you all looking at me like that?"
This is incredible.
Oh, I suppose, yes. Hi. Are we sure we're not poor?
We're just strange.
Oh, strange is okay. Poor is not. Have an allergy to that. All right. So some eel, yes? Barbecue eel. I have rice balls as well. Fresh from the west. From across the Goldendale River, past the monks' monastery, I've come across dune and lake and field and dale and gale to be here and bring to you exotic goods from the west.
And you see
And
Scorpio,
as she does this, you see her hands are covered in henna with like 7 rings on every finger.
This is amazing. Wow.
Scorpio holds up that 1 gold piece and is just like, how much?
For an eel? Oh, that's more than enough there. Yeah, let me get you. Well, how many eels do you want?
Can you dry them so they last longer?
Yeah, I think I could probably do that. I could salt them. I don't know about dry. Drying takes
Yeah.
time.
Salting would be great.
You see her pull an eel out of a bucket of water, slap it down. She takes a hammer and a nail, kills it in one smooth motion, and then starts cutting it lengthwise. Do you want to have one to eat while you wait? And she begins dressing it.
Oh, I think we're all pretty full from an amazing... Yes, please.
Of course. She takes it, puts it on 3 bamboo sticks, and starts fanning it over the coals. The smell of eel basted in some type of oil that you've never smelled before comes wafting to your nostrils. She hands each of you one slice of eel on a stick, and then goes about caking the remaining ones you've purchased with salt. If you give her the whole gold, you will have 10 days worth of rations.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she sets about chopping the eels up and just salting them, baking them in salt.
Nim goes over just like perplexed by everything that is before him, and holds up his single gold piece to her and says, I'm not sure what all you provide, but do you think, could you put a hole in this gold piece?
I probably could do that. I mean, gold is soft. She cracks it out of your hand real quick, takes a quick look at it. Let's see. And she says, it'll be, 10 copper for the service.
Certainly. Would you perhaps have something to put it on, like a necklace?
I think I have a leather cord.
Perfect.
She takes the gold coin, deftly is able to mark out the center of it using like a hollowed tube and a hammer, the same one she uses to hammer the eels.
Eel.
And she very deftly knocks out the middle of it. And as she cores out the middle, she says, "This'll be for the leather cord," and very carefully puts it in her pocket. And then she takes a piece of leather cord, kind of does like a quick little slip knot and hands it to you.
Thank you. He puts it on.
Anything else? Let's see. I've got lodestones. I've got silks from across the ocean. And I've got, I think, a couple of dragon bones. I might be running low on those. Let's see. What else do we have here? And she starts kind of like looking through her different drawers and stuff as the smell of eel comes accosting even more so up to your nostrils as she's like caking them in rock salt. I also have rock salt.
Lodestones and dragon bones.
Ah, yes, lodestones. Very useful for spells. Let's see what else we've got. I've got some furs here, string, rope, stakes. Let's see. I've got some torches. Those last twice the time normal torches do, mind you. I've got some flint and tinder. I've got cords of firewood. This is extra fragrant. It's rosewood. And then I've got, let's see, a chess set. I've got some cards. I've got some rare games from across the ocean. I'm one of the few traders that comes here from the West. Quite frankly, they think you're savages over here. But I've tried to convince them that you're not so bad. Just a little broke. But there's nothing wrong in that. But I do have an allergy. So...
string, please. String?
Of course. Yes. How much would you like? And she starts pulling out like little spools of thread.
How much was the gold thing? The gold punching?
10 copper.
That was 10 copper?
Mm-hmm. And then she kept the core of it for the leather cord.
Okay. Then Nim will turn to Ajax, say, "String, please."
How much would the string be?
2 copper per spool. 4 if you want the pretty colors. And she points to like iridescent string in magenta woven with like gold and red and silver.
Can I sleight of hand Ajax a silver so that Nim doesn't see it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Ajax, roll perception. Valym, roll sleight of hand.
Wait, am I rolling perception or?
No. Ajax is.
Oh.
13.
13.
That's a tie. I usually give the tie to the person initiating the action. So, Valym, you're able to pocket a silver.
No, I'm sleight of handing a silver to Ajax so that Nim can't see it.
Oh, okay, never
That's
mind.
right.
Nim, roll perception. My bad. I thought you were trying to take a silver. I misinterpreted.
No.
I didn't know. I was like,
He doesn't hate me.
I was like rude, but okay.
I also love the idea that like I'm like at probably pouch level,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Oblivious.
You also have a lot happening around you right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
though.
No, I'm transfixed. I
Yeah.
like
I'm just trying to get it
fix.
into his hand basically.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to pass him a coin without Nim noticing.
Okay.
You there, tall, dark, and handsome. Want anything? I've got silks. I've got cute shoes. She pulls out like an entire drawer the size of her of shoes with like curled toes and bells on them. They're embroidered with gold. And she points at a wall of like sashes. Don't touch. She says that to all of you, by the way. If you touch it, you buy it. Adventurers don't wash their hands. Can't stand them. You're great, though. But it's the merchant's life for me.
Would you perhaps be interested in buying any things that we have for sale?
I barter. She flips a gold monocle out of one of her many pouches around her belt, pops it in her eye, and she's like, "What have you got? That sword? That looks cursed. Yeah, I'm willing to buy that." And she points at Ajax's sword.
Not for sale.
That's
We might have
downright
something-
some blood magic. Oh, that's staff too, huh? Interesting.
No,
We're talking-
no. We have something
Alright.
shiny.
Well, I mean, that's plenty shiny too. What have you got?
And I pull out the amethyst out of my pouch and I show it to her.
She snaps it out of your hand with like ridiculous speed and looks at it. There is
Just like-
some flaws in it. It's not polished at all. This looks like some kid found it in a rock or something. It could be maybe cut into something valuable. Where'd you get it? How much did you pay for it?
It was found.
I was going to say, somebody sold this to you. It's not quite component grade, but that doesn't mean it couldn't be made component grade. Let's see. Well, 2 options. I could turn it into something for you. That might take some time. Or I can buy it off of you for, let's see, 3 gold.
What could you turn it into, possibly?
I won't know until I start the process, honestly. I would have to start refining it to see what type of latent energy it might possess. I wouldn't get your hopes too high with a gem flawed like this. It could be either something very good or something very bad or something very temporary, and I don't do refunds.
Well,
But
This is a group
I
decision.
do have punch cards. And she reaches into her bosoms and pulls out a very ornate gilded business card that has rubies along the side. And she, using her teeth, like her little goblin teeth, punches a hole in 2 for the amount of money you've spent and hands it to you, Ajax. And on it, you do see in beautiful cursive handwriting. The hand is actually, the letters are kind of connected, and it almost looks like Hindi, to the uninitiated, but it is just a font, and it says Harriet Hoodwinkles.
That checks out.
Is
Yeah,
there
you
like
get all
a-
of those. You get breakfast free and 10% off your next purchase.
It's pretty good.
Amazing.
Was there like a maybe sparkly pink, purple, iridescent string?
Oh,
in those
definitely.
options?
Yeah, a lot of the stuff in
Okay.
here is gaudy and metallic.
Yeah.
How much was it again for one stool?
2 copper for the plain colors, 4 for the nicer ones. Great for embroidery and for showing off.
Nim,
Yep.
which one do you want?
This one, please.
How much do you want?
I think just 1 spool is more than enough.
All right, I'll take that one.
She pops it off the shelf and puts it down next to you. Do we need any other components? Let's see. I've got pieces of fur. I've got bait. I've got... these are the lodestones you're asking about. And in front of you, Scorpio, she puts a giant box of like really smooth, almost metallic stones.
Yes. Just like tugging on Ajax's shirt again.
Lodestones are a copper for 2. I have some simple weapons here. I've got arrows, crossbow bolts. The shiny ones cost extra. I made those myself. Got some crappy arrows. Those I'll let you take for 1 copper for 10. No guarantees on how well they hold up.
Balvin, by the way, 10 copper. 1 silver is 10 copper.
Got you.
If you click on the currency, it'll like break it down for you on your equipment.
In
then you
our
hit the
game, it works
currency.
different. Otherwise, copper would be meaningless. It would
Wait,
be,
what?
or I was saying, like, in our game, that's how it works. Before some, like, because, and I think at other games, it's like 100 copper equals a silver.
Yeah.
In our game, it's 10
Really?
copper. I think
Keep it
so,
simple.
yeah.
Oh, well, anyway, 10 copper equals a silver.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Nim's like, oh, yes, I used my last ones fixing that barrel. And Nim looks at Scorpio.
And Scorpio had spent the last gold piece on the eel. Is just looking.
I'm gonna sleight of hand Scorpio a silver.
Wow. I wonder if he notices.
That's a 19.
Also 19.
I'm just trying to hide it from Nim, y'all. Why are you rolling perception?
Oh, wait, I don't need.
Well, at this point, Scorpio believes he just found it too.
Yeah. Whoa. Money's incredible.
You fool Nim and Scorpio.
Had all of this money and it's just wasted on children.
I'll take. What was it?
Children, I've got toys. You want toys? She now like
What?
fixes her eyes on you, Nim. She's about the same height as you. I've got toys.
Well, we're actually on the way to bury a toy.
That's
So,
right.
Okay, do you have a cloak and a bow and some arrows that I may buy?
Yes, of course.
Why are we telling her about the toy?
In the cloak department, let's see. I've got mink. I've got badger. I've got. I think this one's just wool. Really, you forest types usually like it. It usually makes for good cover.
Do you by chance have mushroom leather at all?
Mushroom leather. Let me check. Let's see. Actually, I don't know if she would. She comes from an area where
And-
mushrooms don't really grow.
just for inventory, Nim,
Yeah.
Scorpio will buy 5 lodestones for the silver piece.
Okay, thank you.
I don't actually know what lodestones do in our game.
I think it's just
Mending.
mending. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
She does have like something close to it,
Okay.
but not exactly. But she does have like a leather that's sourced from some type of fabric that they like bake in the sun and coat with like a reddish clay over several days, and it forms like almost like this hide type of material.
Oh, that's dope as hell. Tell me more.
Yeah, it's got like it's etched with like different runes in it, but they're not magical in nature. They're more ornate. And yeah, it almost gives off like a nice warm smell. Like it smells like heat and dirt, but in a good way.
Are there any like dog items?
Like dog
Like-
toys?
like toys or bones or treats, you know.
Yeah, she would
Things.
probably have things like that. She has like small like bait and things like in that department.
Mm. Yeah. If there's like a little dog bone thing, treat,
Mhm.
Nimit's gonna then point at that and look around until someone.
How much for that?
I'll let that go for free with the eel.
Oh.
It's almost
Thank
done,
you.
and you smell it like baking in like a very small earthen oven. She flourishes the cloak in front of you, Valym, and then she tries it on, like with her arm out, so you can see
Yeah.
how it looks.
How much for that exactly?
Well, this one, let me see. I'll let it go for 7 copper.
And would you be willing to throw in a bow and a set of arrows for a full silver altogether?
I'll let you have the bow, but you'd have to pay extra for the arrows.
And then you had nicer arrows, the ones that you were proud of, you said.
Yes, I handmade those myself.
Are they deadly?
They are.
How much for those?
She like plucks one off the shelf and then puts it like close to your face so you can see it. And you notice now that there is small cuts made inside the arrowhead. And she says to you, these, upon hitting bone, separate and inflict a very gnarly wound. Only use them on someone you intend to kill.
Ooh. Could I get a set of those and then the normal ones?
These guys are going to run you 5 copper for 10. The others, 1 copper for 10.
So 6 for 20 total.
Yes.
Okay. So Valym goes into his bag. There's a few coins in there. He pulls out 1 silver and then the 6 copper.
Perfect.
And what kind of bow was it? Was it a short or a long?
It's a short bow. She doesn't have
Perfect.
long bows, yeah.
That is fine by me.
How far out are we from Solace Point at this?
You're pretty close. You get the
Okay.
sense that she was actually just leaving there.
Okay. Are there any flowers, like fresh flowers or anything like that?
Yes, she would have fresh flowers, but Nim, you would also know that the part of town you live in called Meadowford actually also has tons of flowers just growing there.
Yeah, but it's different when you bring,
Fair. Oh, are you talking about flowers not from your town? Because most of the flowers she has are from your
Or
town.
from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She would have
Yeah.
some that are not native. I believe she has like lotus flowers, hibiscus, plumeria. She has tropical flowers.
Okay.
She actually
there's-
also would have like a garland that goes around your head of plumeria flowers. And probably night blooming jasmine in a pot as well.
Wow.
Oh my god, the temptation.
Oh, she also has fruit. That was my favorite part, and I forgot to mention it. So she has pineapples, pomegranate, bananas, and mangoes.
Nice.
Hmm.
And yet we
Okay.
took 10 days of eel.
Scorpio was so excited for the eel.
It's because Xander likes eel.
She does marinate the eel, and she actually pulls it out, and they're wrapped in banana leaves, and she hands them to you, Scorpio. And yeah,
It's gonna be great.
the oil she's put on it has like congealed into almost like a sticky surface, but they are caked in salt now, so they're going to be a little bit less savory than when you had them fresh.
Nim will turn to Ajax. Should we get something for my mom? It took such
Gifts.
extra
I've got
time.
crystal. I've got lamps. I've got lanterns. And she pulls out a lantern not unsimilar to the one behind me with ornate glass on every side.
Maybe something small. Just
These are
pretty.
Sorokin.
Well,
Well, you don't want to bring your mom a cheap gift, right?
No, I just want to bring her something pretty that she can enjoy.
Oh, budget. Oh, I get it. Let's see. What do I have on a budget?
If there's like a small plant in like a little pot or something, like something, not a giant, not like a tree starter.
Audrey too.
I mean, I have this cactus, and she does point at like a tiny little cactus with a little purple flower on the top, but it's like this big. I've got this, but I also have a miniature Zen garden, which I think is much nicer. And she pulls out like a little gold like trough that has like beautiful white sand in it with like a small rake and stones. This is only 2 gold. Peace of mind for 2 pieces of gold. It's pretty great. People love these. They were very hot last holiday season. Very hot item.
I like the cactus, and
All
maybe
right.
it'll make her think of me, the purple.
2 copper.
And
2 copper for the cactus.
it's spiky.
You said she had crossbow bolts too, right?
Yes.
How much for the crossbow bolts?
1 copper for 10, same as the basic arrows.
You had 2 copper left, right, Ajax?
Yes.
Okay.
And Valym handed me a silver, so I'm trying to like make the purchase, valuable.
Great.
Say the price again for the bolt. Sorry,
It's 1 for 10.
Okay. Is there a better version as well, like the
The
arrows, or just-
fractionating, yeah, same conversion. Those are 5 for 10. I make those myself, and I don't have, time is money. Harriet's got a lot of things on her plate.
I hear you. So
And at this point, she also like looks over at you, Scorpio, and she's like, "You bust your own table here." And she like points at some like little driblets on the bar.
So sorry. It'll get right to work.
It's fine. Thank you.
Oh,
so for the stool, for the cactus, and for 10 regular bolts, that's
stool?
the
thread.
the
The
thread.
spool
Yeah,
of thread.
Spool.
Mhm.
spool, same thing.
That was,
That's my bad. Yeah, so that's what, 8 copper for all that? I think that's 8.
Yes,
right?
because you got the fancy spool. So it would be
Yeah,
4,
4.
and then the cactus was 1, right?
Nim cannot stop looking at the flower crown, though. I'm just gonna put that out there.
It was 4,
We need to get this child away.
1, and then you wanted the fancy bolts.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 9, and then 1 for the normal bolts. Were you gonna get a bushel of normal as well?
Yeah.
That'll put you at 1 silver.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can take this. So she actually plops it all down. She grabs a spool of thread, a bushel of the fractionating bolts, a bushel of the normal bolts, and then the cactus, puts it all on a pretty but thin, almost threadbare cotton fabric, ties it up for you like a bindle, tosses it to you. Yeah, you'll want to mark the encumbrance accordingly to who carries it. And then, wait, what else? And she like looks you up and down, Ajax, and she's like, I think a fur would look great on you. Also, your shirt's terrible. I've got silks. Fresh. Siracan in nature, just like the shoes. Beautiful. Brocades of the finest variety.
Oh no, are you who? I feel like your allergies might start acting up if you continue to sell to us.
Oh, I don't know. Her arms, by the way, as she lifts them up, are covered in like gold bangles and things like that. You're right. I should let you go. You've patronized my business enough. You can't blame a girl from trying. Traveling out here is always so time consuming. I try to make the best of it when I'm in town. You'll have to forgive my cutthroatedness. But aggressive selling at aggressive prices.
That is a way to do it.
Ajax, never mind.
What were you going to say out of
I'm
curiosity?
interested to hear this.
Ajax, is she your type at all?
And we weren't busy. if we weren't busy.
Would you give him a discount if he gave you a massage?
Oh,
What?
huh?
She turns and looks up at you. Her hair, her perfectly manicured hair in a bob, her eyes heavy with eyeliner, looks you up and down and is like, "Are you asking me if I'll let him engage in physical interactions with me for a discount?"
He's got nice hands.
Don't do that. And Scorpio puts Ajax's hands down.
Roll persuasion.
Cool. Oh God, 21.
No.
21.
Oh.
You see her nostrils flare a little bit, causing the two rings in one to kind of like tinkle a little bit. And she's like, "I won't be offended this time."
Is he not your type?
No, it's not that at all. In fact, I actually think he's very fetching. He's a good looking guy. Broad chest, not much of a fashion sense. I hate those shoes. I hate those pants. I hate that shirt. But beautiful man, beautiful beard, beautiful hair, beautiful tusks. And she actually like kind of like, grabs one of your tusks and like shakes it a little. She's like, "Beautiful tusks, great stock." It's just, business is business. I mean, if you weren't such a charmer yourself, Valym, I would be offended you even asked. But I understand you're just a business person yourself. So, I mean, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
And
Why
still with
would
her monocle in, she actually says, "Yes, inside you beats the burning flame of a businessman, does it not?"
Mm-hmm.
That might have been the tarts from breakfast.
Nim, how far is your home?
Not far now.
This lady knows too much.
Right, we're not far from Solace Point. Is that
Oh,
correct,
no.
Harriet?
I just came from there. What a depressing town. Oh, my God. But still, I hear they're having some troubles right now, so I thought it was my duty to go and check in on them. I've done business with them in the past.
Wait, what
Troubles?
kind of troubles?
Something.
Well, one of their main passes that goes through the mountains is closed off currently. And so they haven't been able to do trade with the town to the north or the east for some time. And there's talk potentially of a rebellion. Some of the stonemasons are quite upset that the town leadership hasn't done more to snap into action and kind of get the matters in order. But I went and
Jasmine.
checked in on them. They're good for now.
Jasmine, if you make me see Bobbert one more time.
Perhaps we could check in on this as we're tending to personal matters.
With all due respect, it might be a little out of your league. They've sent 3 expeditionary parties and none of them have come back.
That's
I
horrible.
hear they've sent word to the west to some of my people to come in and look in on it.
Your people?
Gosh.
Yeah. We're more known in the arts of an elemental nature. So I'm assuming, I don't know, this is just a guess, a wild stab in the dark. Maybe there's been some kind of collapse. And I know some stone shapers. So Sister Saradin has asked me, or Sister Saranda, that's her name, has asked me to check in with some of my people and see if they can maybe bring someone over to look in on the structural integrity of the pass.
That's why you know about the... And he like taps his chest.
Oh, no, that's from this guy right here. And she points at her like whirring golden monocle, but then she like plucks it out of her eye and puts it in her pocket.
Curious.
Appraising isn't something that comes naturally to me, but I've got my tricks around it. Don't want to be hoodwinked. Want to be hoodwinkled.
Wow.
Well, it was very, very lovely meeting you and seeing everything you had to offer. I hope we'll see you on the road again.
Most likely. And she starts like kind of packing up, pushing in like the giant crates and like the almost like Lego-like expandable pieces of her caravan, pulling them to. As she does, Scorpio, she hands you a small pouch and says, seasoning.
Thank you.
Based off of your comments about breakfast, I feel like you might need it.
Yeah.
Can we hear that exchange?
Yes. She's
Thank
also
you.
packing away like big burlap sacks that are folded down at the top, and you see like spices of every variety laying there. The smell like is like wafting up towards you, and she like with a big shove pushes it in and a big gust comes out.
That's worth a lot.
Don't say that.
is.
Oh.
Not so long, and thanks for all the eel.
Yeah. Enjoy it.
Safe travels.
And to you as well. Don't lose that punch card, because I won't remember you, and I won't remember how much you purchased. Oh, by the way, she snaps it out of your hand again and gives it 2 more punches. Because I think you spent 4 silver, right?
Sure.
I spent a silver. I know I spent 1.
And I spent a silver.
I spent a silver.
I spent a gold, baby.
Oh, that would get you...
Lots of eel.
No, that would get you 10 punches. So just mark down that you have 14 punches.
Yeah.
Who's got this punch card?
Ajax.
Okay.
And she marks off like 14 of the rubies with her teeth. So you're only 6 away from completing the punch card.
This is very exciting.
10% discount and free brunch. I mean, she sits back in the driver's seat and gives her pony, which is a beautiful Arabian, appreciative smack on the back. And you see her like pull up like a big hookah.
Before you leave, can I ask for one other thing? Do you happen to have a saddle?
She blows the cool smoke in your face and says, yes.
How much for the saddle?
She walks around the back and she says, well, this one's 4 silver. And there's like a beautiful ornate saddle.
You know
Okay.
Tootsie's gonna love that.
I pay the 4 silver.
She takes it
Which
from you and then she hands you the
Gets
saddle.
us the 4 punches.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh,
She punches the card 4 more times, hands it to you, and she's like, next time you shop with us, 10% off as well as free brunch. But I'm sure you don't want the brunch now. So
I'm full.
when she hands you the saddle, you see there's actually been designs punched into the leather, and they look like paisley. It's like very ornate, almost like henna designs all the way around it.
Okay. I'm going to put it right on Tootsie and then hop on.
Tootsie, you could tell from her appreciative stamp, she likes it. It's a very pretty saddle.
All right. Take Ajax's hand and start on our way.
The rest of your journey goes by uneventfully. It's a beautiful day, and just around evening time, you get to Solace Point. Solace Point is nestled into the side of one of the 3 large mountains that kind of rest at this part of the world. The very lowest terrace lies right next to a quarry. Nim especially would know, and Ajax would know this as well, that this area is known as the Warrens. A lot of these graves are unmarked or for people that couldn't afford some of the nicer property in the city. And it sits right next to this large quarry where a lot of the stone is mined for stone and granite and marble for the graves, for gravestones and things like that. The city itself is imperious in nature. It's very gothic in how it's set up. There's weeping angels all over the place, and a lot of decoration that is like religious in nature. The second terrace of the city is called Medford, and the center of it is actually a beautiful, very well-tended English-style garden with tons of flowers of every nature. And on either side, there is a very large greenhouse, and on the other side, there's like some homes and things like that. Here, the graves are a lot better tended. They're clean, they're in neat rows, and at the very tippity top stands a couple of very ornate multi-spired buildings where a lot of the clergy of the city live. It is also where the most ornate mausoleums and memorials are kept. It's also where the church is. You see like a very large bell that kind of hangs quietly in the dusk now. And at the gate, you all get an appreciative nod from a guards person who recognizes Nim and Ajax and says, "Hey, Nim, I'm sure your mom will be glad to see you."
Oh, yes, and likewise, I'm glad to see her.
Of course. I'll see you up there. Nim lives in a cute little cottage in Medford, where the beautiful graves of Marblehead, which is the top tier, look down.
Yeah, surrounded by graves.
Home sweet home.
Shall we? Nim's like now ready, like sort of trying to get everyone to quicken their steps a little.
You do see
Scurries
like some funeral rites being performed in the setting sun. There are some processions with bands and bagpipes and things like that, but for the most part, the city is very quiet. As you leave the Warrens, which are sprawling on either side of you, huge tracts of just like very bleak looking land with even some barrows here and there, you actually come up the steps that lead to Medford. And here, like I said, the graves are very well manicured. There are beautiful paths leading each way. And Nim, you would lead them to the residential district with some very modest-looking homes, a small market, and, it kind of looks more like a normal town in this quarter of it.
Yes, and I'll scurry over to wherever Nim's home is nestled amongst them.
Yeah. The home you come to is 2 stories. There's a small stone path leading to the front of it, a little birdhouse hanging off the porch, and a small mailbox out front. On the porch, sitting in a rocking chair, is your mother, Nim. She is a simple, or the home is as lovely and simple as she is. She has long dark hair that she's like pulled into a French braid, and she's wearing like a headband that's like a simple kind of flannel color or flannel pattern, and she's wearing a house dress that's kind of very big and obscures what her figure would look like, almost like Mumu-like in nature. And she has kind, green eyes and kind of zoned out expression on her face. She's drinking a cup of tea with your letter carefully folded up on like a stool next to her.
I go running over. Mummy!
Oh, Nim, I didn't expect to see you so soon. She gives you like a quick hug.
Nim does not let go for a while.
Oh, my goodness. Have we missed home? Ajax, how are you? Are these your friends you wrote about in your letter?
Yes. Everyone, Valym, Scorpio, Ajax, this is my mum.
Hello all, I'm Brendolyn Grimwillow. You can call me Brendy. Come inside. And she kind of opens the door, and you smell the smell of fresh baking as she does.
Sorry we took so long. It was an eventful few days.
Oh, I kind of thought you'd be gone longer, honestly. The roads are so unsafe these days.
Well, thanks to our 2 new friends here, it shortened our trip a little bit.
I see. Yeah, I had a chat with Betsy when she delivered the letter, and she said the going was rough between here and Goldendale, so I just assumed you'd take your time. She also let me know you were going to the Furious Farms. How was that? Did we get any autographs?
I did.
Very
Oh, you
nice.
did?
He did. I remember him asking.
He did.
Just the one.
Did they live up to the legends?
They were very interesting and also different and unique, and yeah, it was nice meeting them.
Lovely.
He goes digging for like into the bag that Ajax has for the little cactus and sort of like, I got this for you, Mum.
Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I love it. Wait, is this one of those ones you water or one of the ones you don't water?
You don't really have to water that.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I'll put it on this windowsill here. And she puts it in the windowsill that's closest to where her rocking chair sits on the front porch. She closes it and she's like, I'm kind of happy to have guests. I've been rather bored.
Not so busy lately?
Oh, well, no, ever since we sold the flower shop, I, just kind of don't really have as much to do.
Yeah.
We heard there was some trouble in the town when we were gone. You know anything about that?
Yeah, there has been a little bit. The stonemasons, they come down from Rook's Reach and they usually do their work and go back, but apparently there's no getting through the pass right now. So they haven't been happy with, not being able to get back home. I mean, I can understand that a little bit, but it's also a bit of a nuisance. I don't know. I would just rather have everything solved amicably.
About how long has this been going on?
I think just a couple of days now. I mean, the town council did say they were going to put them up in some accommodations, but I think they've been making do in tents in the meantime.
Well, stay safe, Mum.
Oh, of course. I mean, just
Would it-
here, empty nest syndrome or something. Well, it is how it is.
Would it be all right if my friends and I, if they stayed overnight tonight?
Yeah, of course. I can make up the room upstairs.
Yeah, I actually have to do a service in the morning. He'll pull out the broken toy soldier. He'll like unwrap it and show his mum. Another friend we met. This is their fallen friend who they've asked us to bury.
Oh, a bit childish, don't you think?
Oh, no, I don't think so. If it was important to them, that's what matters, right?
I suppose. Sometimes we have to grow up, though, right?
Yeah. He just like wraps it up, puts it back.
Well, it's sweet of you to help this kid through their,
Yeah. Anyway, we also met 6 puppies.
puppies.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't come back with one. Well, with your heart, Nim, I'm surprised you didn't come back with 3.
Well, they seemed happy. I guess I didn't want to separate them. They were. I feel like they must have been pretty traumatized. You see, we had to. We killed the wraith mum dog who had passed, but was going after animals at the farm, and so. We didn't know until afterwards, and so. But then we found Valym found the puppies in the woods, and so we brought them back. To the farm, and now they seemed happy. The Furious 5, to have more.
Good. Wow, that's a lot.
Yes,
I thought
and
it was
nothing
probably
else
thieves or something
happened.
in your letter. I just thought maybe it was just thieves. Betsy said you were going to look into something over there, but I didn't think it would be a ghost wolf thing. It's
Yeah.
kind of
Neither did
exciting.
we. I promise.
And Nim like very pointedly like looks at each like Valym, Scorpio, and Ajax and is like, and that's about it. We came back here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Nim has been so brave through it all.
Roll deception, Nim. You know what? Don't even bother. I got a nat 20.
What if I do?
Oh, that's true.
What
That's
are
a
the
mom.
odds?
What?
What are the odds?
What are the odds? I don't know. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Okay, nothing happens.
That's
Oh,
so.
okay.
I feel like at least for us, there's like a really weirdly tense moment of like,
Yeah.
do we breathe?
Yeah. It's like,
Oh, all right then. Well, I'm glad you got back safe.
Mhm.
Nim, we need to find a place for these fish.
Oh yes.
We can't keep carrying these everywhere we go. But by the way, we at the gathering I caught some fish at this game I played.
Oh, a little fair prize. That one
Think
looks like it's
Scorpio's
on its
memory
last
plays really well
legs.
for me.
Have you been feeding them?
Feeding. Are they still alive?
They are, but one of them looks like it's like barely flubbering around.
Well, would you feed them? I don't.
Well, I think they eat things that grow in ponds. We'll put them well, we could put them in the well.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could put them in. We could put them in the well.
Nim,
Yeah.
are you sure?
Well, maybe yeah, we can put them in the well here. They can
I'll
keep
take care of
Marigold
them.
company.
I'm not really sure what to feed them, but
Yeah. Oh, they can keep you company if I have to go anywhere with my friends.
Can I make an insight check?
I was going to
on-
say the same thing. Something is fishy.
Well,
Mhm.
what do you want to insight, Scorpio?
I want to insight the mom. Even though I've never met Nim's mom, this is a lot of like stuff
Oh,
yeah.
happening.
I just want to see if she seems like a good parent.
She
How would
doesn't
you
right now,
insight
huh?
that?
Yeah, but I need
How
Jasmine
would
to be
you
the one that says it.
insight that? Explain to me mechanically how.
Does she seem like she's treating her child like she cares about her child, or she's treating her child like someone that lives in the house?
Oh, go ahead and roll. Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to see if this was really the mom. Or
Oh,
if this
go
is
for
some
it. Yeah.
That's an 8. People are hard to read. I'm a druid. No.
This is gonna be like a new thing.
Yeah.
16, 17?
Yeah. No, she seems to be like, acting
Who
normally.
she says she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess the well it is.
Why are we
Yeah.
putting it in the well? Isn't there something bad associated with the well?
Well, me and Ajax can do it, and Nim, you can stay here. We'll just, I'll make sure they're taken care of. I don't really know what to feed a goldfish, so I think a body of water would be best. And unfortunately, I don't have a pond or anything, so.
No, I can do it.
All right. Why don't you take your friends and go do that? And Ajax, you and I can have a quick chat in the kitchen, right? Give me a hand with dinner.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Valym, do you mind?
No, it's fine.
And Scorpio looks at Nim. We'll be with you the whole time.
And he just like walks out with his bucket of fish.
We'll follow.
She closes the back door behind you and then turns to you, Ajax, and leads you to the kitchen. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Okay, that makes more sense.
What the fuck?
I knew this was coming. Look, what do I say?
Apparently, my son almost killed a woman. And I have to hear about this from the mayor? Like, what happened out there? And now you're lying about it?
What did you hear?
I heard from the sister that apparently Nim Grimwillow almost destroyed a woman's mind in self-defense. But that really doesn't make it better, right? Like, that doesn't make it better. You know he's not normal.
Normal?
Well, with the well thing.
Yeah, he's working through it. You don't have to scrutinize him over it. He's growing.
I'm working through it too. That was my kid. And I haven't been allowed to forget it one day since she died.
I understand that, but neither has he.
I don't know if I should take him to a priest but like first voices and now
Look, Nim is fine. Okay. I know you think that he's not normal or weak or nimble, but
no, I just want him to grow up a little bit, move on.
He's
not
trying
let
his best.
The past rule his future. And hopefully free from the influence of his father, who's not a good person, by the way. And in some ways, I feel like Nim is being punished for the indiscretions I made when I was younger. You know, he says he hears voices.
You can't blame yourself for that. It's not your fault or Nim's. And even though it's never going to be easy. But Nim needed this. Nim, if you want him to grow, right, I think leaving the town was the best
I want him to move
for that.
forward, not back. Not back.
He's trying his best. And honestly,
you told me you would keep him out of trouble.
I know. I can't excuse that. We got into a situation and we did our best to handle it. I can't lie to you. But for any consolidation, Nim has only been doing what he thinks is best. He's made friends. He's talking to people. He's doing things he's never done before. And even though the situation with the, just defending himself.
I just wish he would defend himself like you do, not using this. Our lives have been ruled by death. We live in a frickin' funeral town. I was hoping maybe he would go to Goldendale and see the beauty in life.
I think Nim is confused right now. And I think Nim is trying their best to navigate
by lying.
Life. Let me worry
like
about that.
I wouldn't find out. You backed up the lie.
Because of this. What do I tell you?
Because of what?
Because of how do I tell you that?
That he lied to me?
No, about what happened.
How am I supposed to feel comfortable with him traveling with all of you if you're all going to stand there quietly and back up the lie? I don't know about those other two, but you, Ajax, you I trusted. My own child was kidnapped and I have to hear about it from the sister, not from you. And then I have to sit here and pretend like everything's okay, because if I freak out, then I'm a terrible person. I just don't know what to do anymore. I know he's sensitive. I'm doing my best. This town just gets inside your bones. There's a whole world out there, and you have to process things and get through them. And that doesn't happen when you cling to it like this. Sometimes I think he thinks he's haunted. I think he's just decided that that's his life. I don't hear voices from a well.
Look, you don't have to believe me, but I was going to tell you in private. But I didn't know how you'd react with me walking in with two strangers and explaining the situation where Nim had to do this and this and that. And I guess I thought if you didn't find out that way and you found out through me, you'd be able to handle it differently. Because I know in your situation, this is not easy for you either. And I know you're trying your best as well as Nim is. And that's why I was hoping maybe...
Oh, I know he's trying his best. He told that lie like a serial killer. Who looks their mom in the eye and lies like that? I feel like I don't even know my own kid anymore. Like, oh, by the way, Mom, I just nearly drove a woman mad, but I didn't do it. Like, I don't even feel like I know him anymore. It's like he was gone for 2 days and he came back a different person. It's unnerving. Well, I mean, what child lies to their mom like that?
He didn't. He only thought that it would be better for you. He didn't lie to you because he's trying to be secretive or to make you feel any kind of way besides secure. Because the whole trip there...
I don't know where he learned that from. I don't lie like that. You don't lie like that. You're a terrible liar. Dead in my eyes. Dead in my eyes. When I used to look my mother in her eyes, there was no way I could lie. She could see right through me. I look that kid dead in the eyes and I just see his father. A lie,
Well, how long do you think hiding his father from him is going to help him?
He is not. No. That is I'm just saying he didn't get that from me. And I don't think he got it from you. But I expect you to teach him better. I sent my kid with you so he could grow to be a good man, not a good liar.
That's fair. But like I said, Nim is not trying to be this secretive deception artist. He only thought that you would be too worried, which rightfully you are, but he's a kid and he's still figuring himself out. And after these are his first 2 days outside of the barriers of this town. Like you said, it gets to you.
2 days and he's already been taken captive and almost died and learned to lie. I don't like it.
He didn't almost die, first off. That is not the case. But yes, I agree. The lying thing, who knows where it came from? But at the end of the day, he's a kid. And he's going to change more and more and more and more and more. As the days go by, the more he learns, the more of Nim we'll see. And I don't think more time here will help that.
I didn't think so either. I just have to rethink who I thought his mentor would be. This is just a lot for me to process.
I understand.
It's been 2 days. I thought you would go to the fair and come back.
I did too. But life happens like that. There's not much more I can say to fix it. But like I said, I see from your perspective, and I hope you don't think that I've just been walking around with a clear conscience the past few days about what happened.
I know you haven't. I just think that sometimes you have a hard time asserting yourself. And I think I think sometimes you need to, because Nim needs someone who's going to teach him right from wrong. Not someone who's going to back up his lie.
You might be right, but I'll leave that. I'll leave that decision up to you, whether or not you want me around him more. But we were
You
just
know, the
trying
neighbors
to
have
do.
told me I should send him to like a school to be with other
That-
people his age, to learn things, to get away from all of this, the funeral rites. Sometimes I wonder if it was a mistake to let him go into that field. I just don't know.
I'll tell you this. For what it's worth, from the time I've spent with him, especially the past 2 days, seeing him blossom and grow into a different part of himself, maybe time around kids his age would help, but I don't think a school would. Because no matter how we feel at this point, we can both agree that Nim is different. And Nim has to be treated with care. And maybe I'm not suited to do that. But I don't think that sending him away and hoping that some system will fix him, because Nim deserves more than that.
Well, obviously I wouldn't just send him to, like, I'd find a good school.
You're his
Maybe
mother.
they could help him learn to get rid of these voices. And then the nightmares.
I want the same thing you do. I just want him to be happy.
I agree. I just don't know how to make that happen. I'm not Twitch chat, and they seem to know everything all the time. Unfortunately, I'm just a human being. A brilliantly written, flawed human being in a flawed world. I'm not the Mary Sue that Twitch chat wants, and that's why I don't know what to do for my child. But I'm hoping, Ajax, no more lies. Not between
Promise.
us. At least, well, you can lie about whatever else you do. Not about my kid.
Deal.
Deal. I don't want to know the rest of the truth of your life, but just not about my kid.
Hey, that's fair with me. Do you mind if I go catch up with them?
Of course.
All right.
Actually, I'll go catch up with them. You finish washing up in here. She leaves you
Fine.
with the ham, the gravy, and the potatoes.
I could do
Outside,
that.
Scorpio, Valym, and Nim approach the well.
Yeah, Nim is like, it's focus. He's going to the well. He's hasn't even like clocked Valym and Scorpio even coming with him. He's just gonna walk right towards it.
Mm-hmm. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Dirty 20.
You don't hear the voices.
And he'll go up and peer over, look down at the fish. I hope you all keep Marigold company. Maybe she won't. Just keep her company, okay? And he pours the bucket into the well.
You hear footsteps behind you as your mom joins you out. And she says, Nim, Marigold isn't in the well.
Right.
She
Sorry,
keeps us company because she's just, energy all around us. But she's not
Yeah.
in the well.
Yeah,
Just fishes
I
in the
know.
well.
yeah, I know that.
I made ham
Oh, good, my favorite.
with gravy and rosemary potatoes.
Mm. And Nim sort of like, he's trying not to make it obvious, but is like backing from the well, like without his back to it, like he's still facing it as he backs away.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds great. Are we all hungry? Mum's cooking is the best in town.
As long as you're feeling all right, Nim.
That's what matters most. If you're ready to eat, lead the way.
You all sit around the dining table, and there's plenty of food. The dining table's small, it's circular, and it sits in like a breakfast nook. So you have like a pretty view of the gardens outside, the main central garden.
Yeah, Nim doesn't really talk after that. He just eats.
Yeah, me neither.
So how about this ham?
Yeah, I got it from the market this morning. They were having a sale. Yeah.
Oh,
The potatoes are from the garden. We grow those ourselves. My father was a florist.
oh, do you still sell flowers?
No. I retired after Marigold passed. I just kind of wanted to spend more time at home. You know, sometimes you take things for granted, and then it makes you reevaluate life. And I was like, am I gonna spend my life tending flowers or tending kids? But me and Nim, we have a great time. And Nim's services bring us a little bit of money here and there, and with what we got from selling the greenhouse, you know, it's good. I probably have too much time on my hands, actually.
Well, maybe, well, you know, if isn't there something else that you could do too? You don't have to take care of me, you know, Mum.
Oh yeah. I've been thinking of selling bread.
Oh,
Yeah, of getting a big oven, and I don't know how to make it. So but you know, the city doesn't really have a baker. And I could bake bread.
I think that's wonderful, and you could even like go to the market that we went to, you know, to sell it eventually, and you'd get to travel too. I know you've always told me I should, so
Yeah. Well, you know, I feel like I kind of had my fill for a while there.
oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Mm.
But, you know, maybe getting out once a month wouldn't be bad. So,
Well, Mum,
tell me about yourselves. How did you all come together?
Oh, alcohol, funnily enough.
She just looks at Ajax.
Scorpio is a vendor of alcohol, and we were selling at a stall where we had first met Ajax and Nim, who were perusing around the market.
And this alcohol that they were serving was actually for Betsy. It wasn't for me. I was picking it up as a pickup. Thank you, Valym, so much.
Nim did not have any alcohol.
Oh, good. You know, in a couple years maybe, but you know, he's a little young. You're a little young. You don't want to stunt your growth. You know, I've
Oh.
heard if you drink early, your horns won't grow.
Oh no.
Yeah, Susanna
Oh.
across the way told me that. Yeah, she said her son's tusks stopped growing. You would know, Nim, they're half-orcs. Yeah.
Does Nim's mom have
So
horns?
that's science.
You said that Nim's mom was human, right?
Is it?
She looks very human, but she does have like horns
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
that she wears.
You like, so they're fake?
What?
You would know on sight, Valym. Yeah, they're like
Decorative?
They're so Valym knows that Nim's mom does not have real horns.
yeah,
Does Nim
Valym would know.
I'm
That's up
not-
to you. I think
I'm avoiding-
everybody knows this is a human wearing horns, but I don't know if Nim knows
What?
that.
Are you
That-
telling me
I feel
Nim's
like-
mom is a homestuck?
There's oh my god, Xander. So I feel like there's a moment when like, yo, okay, real talk. Balvin, did Ajax know before? Because if you did, because the answer to that question means that if he did, he's been lying to Nim this whole time.
Well, that's what adults do.
And
Yeah,
if
I
he
don't think.
didn't, then I don't know. Maybe her horns. Maybe she didn't put her horns on right today.
Wow.
That's a great question.
So we can come back to that. I just wanted to ask now.
We'll talk
I
about
avoid looking at her.
Just all together.
Wow. Wow.
Y'all, he doesn't
Yeah.
lie.
All of that was just to say, yeah, I want to I want to have beautiful horns like yours, Mum.
Nim has no
The three
clue.
of us just all look at each other.
Wow.
Oh my god. This is great food. Oh really?
Anyway, I was thinking of going for a small walk after dinner. I was going to just does Marigold have a grave?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I was gonna go just check on the flowers at Marigold's and
is never adopted.
Ajax, maybe you could come with me and we could visit friends before we rest.
I can't lie. I just
Yeah.
turned into a beaver.
I'll come with you. Yeah, I'll go with.
Would you like me to come along as well, or alone time? Or
Actually, I would love to get to know you better.
of course, yeah, I can stay behind.
Yeah, I would also.
So that so that you could get to know us and
That would make me feel really comfortable. I would love that.
yes.
I would love
yes,
that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Well, I will see y'all in a bit, and if you two boys don't mind helping me wash up, and she like
Right
starts
away.
picking up the dishes.
And Scorpio get to work.
And Nim and Ajax, step out.
She like starts washing the dishes and hands you, Scorpio, like a dish rag to like dry, and she's like, "So, how long have you been in the ale selling business?"
Is Nim adopted?
She
Wow,
like drops
idiot.
the plate in her hand,
Oh.
and it.
Scorpio catches it.
Oh, make a dex save.
Yeah. I will spend a key point for it.
Ooh, okay, yes. You catch it. Oh, that's amazing.
Quick reflexes.
Perfect. I love that's wow. She like turns around and she's like, no. I the horns, right? Yeah. Oh, there's okay.
Well,
so
I guess that, but then also your first child was named after flowers, but Nim isn't. So it made me curious.
Nim's name at one point was named after a flower. It was like, I think it was a golden Nim something, but then people started calling him Nimrod in school in the daycare. It was really terrible. So we just shortened it to Nim because kids are
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good. Kids are Scorpio knows, right?
I think.
Yeah,
Probably.
kids can be
in my past,
mean.
which I totally remember.
Okay, so Nim is not adopted?
No, I just, for his entire upbringing, we've just kind of told him that he doesn't have a dad.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ladies that, I know at the market was like, oh, well, when Nim was very young, was like, well, you want to ask all these questions if you wear these horns, which at the time when he was 2 made a lot of sense. But now that he's 13, like what you see in the world, the people you look up to, if they look like you, that helps a lot. I read that in a book, The Art of Child Rearing by Melinda Brumbottom, and I thought to myself, okay, well, Nim doesn't have any tieflings or horned people to look up to, so I'll just be that. And I probably sound very stupid right now, but it made sense at the time because we just didn't. The whole thing with Nim's dad is just so, it's a lot.
No.
It's a lot for a kid.
Oh.
I'm not sure how much I can say without overstepping. Do you ever plan to tell him? May I? My name is Valym. I am a forest-dwelling person, so from what I've seen, I tend to be a little bit more blunt than some other people would be. I genuinely do not like lying. I do not lie to your child. I have done my damnedest to not lie to my companions. So do I have your permission to say something a little blunt from a forest dweller?
I suppose.
Though it was with good intention, the basis that you've now given your child to focus on is founded on a lie? So that would mean that this positive example you set for him isn't real. And if you let that go too long...
Well, that's what I'm afraid of, is that, if I tell him now, he'll feel like a fool. It's like I feel like the window of time where I was supposed to tell him passed, and I missed it.
But then wouldn't it make sense why Nim was so nervous to tell you everything that happened?
That I don't understand at all.
Because the window of time to tell you had passed for him. It had been days later. And he wanted you to feel safer and more comfortable and told you why. It sounds like Nim truly is your child.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you
Also,
for that perspective. Ajax was just kind of like...
He's hot, but he's stupid.
He doesn't tell you because he doesn't trust you because of how you'd act.
Like, what was I going to do,
Ajax thinks with his swords and means well, but he's also gotten his ass beat by 2 women in the last week.
It's about to be 3, Valym. Between you and me, it's about to be 3, but...
Oh, you mean like a secret between us? Not... Okay, yes, understood. I would love to see that, to be entirely honest. Yes.
I guess
Nim,
it seemed
Nim is smart.
stupid, right? But it's difficult raising. It's difficult raising a kid.
It is.
Especially a
And if
kid
I-
that doesn't look like you,
kind of. Animals don't look like me, but I don't always understand them. They don't always understand me, but if it comes from a good place and they trust me, something that seems strange and foreign, they'll still let you do it. A thorn in their foot, and it hurts, and they're cautious, but if you help relieve the pain, even if it's sharp for a second, they trust you. And Nim spoke of you constantly. I don't think he cares if his mom is like him. I think he just cares about his mom.
That's
Not
good to
everyone
know.
has one anymore.
No, that's very good to know. I just wanted him to feel like he didn't need a dad. You know? Because he doesn't. Because that man is just a piece of shit.
I'm going to look at Scorpio.
I think
Recently-
there's an abundance of dads.
Yes. And part of the reason a conflict happened was someone pretended to be his father.
I didn't know that.
They were not. And Nim put up a very bold front, but he's still a child. And if a child has to be brave, then they never learn that they don't always have to be.
She takes your hand in hers that are still covered in like kind of the fatty lye soap that she was using to wash the dishes. She holds your hands and she's like, and then she turns around, looks like Scorpio and grabs your hands too.
Oh, I'm still washing dishes.
I'll tell the two of you who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And when you feel like he's ready or he wants to know, you can take him to him. But don't tell Ajax because he'll kill the man. So that's the deal. I know we said no secrets, but just say the window of time
doesn't
passed.
come up, you don't have to lie.
So if I'm being completely honest, I have a bit of a memory thing. And so if you tell me a secret, I cannot guarantee that I'm going to be the one to remember it. But Valym here, very trustworthy.
Okay. Your lack of remembrance might actually work for us.
You
in
can
this
tell me
situation.
anything.
Where have you been all my life?
Right here, as far as I know.
Is this him?
That level of confidentiality you can't even buy. All right. I'll tell you. But Valym, you know how you said Ajax runs hot.
Yes, I know.
You can't take him there hot because Nim's dad will kill him. If he picks a fight, that's a fight he can't win.
Noted.
I don't care if he rips his horns off and shoves them where the sun don't shine. I just don't want you to get hurt. And if you think Ajax runs hot, this guy runs 4 times hotter. All right. And she like puts a business card. She like leaves for a moment, comes back with a business card and puts it in your hand and says, apparently that's where he works.
Look at it. Look over it.
It's a business card for a barge. And from the symbol, it just has like a very enigmatic, like sort of like gambling coin on it that sits at the center of a sail of like a very large, ornate barge. And on the back, it has cycles of the moon as well as like points along a river that kind of tells you where in the lunar cycle it is, like on this river.
Okay. Does it have a name?
Not on the card, no.
Okay. But it just telling us where he is.
Where the boat is during different times of the year. Or times of the month, I should say.
Okay.
The
Got it.
river has a name, and I'm trying to find it
Got it. Got it.
somewhere here.
Lore.
Deep lore.
I was like, I was in my head, kid you not, I was like, Shaw better be okay. Shaw's a half orc. All right. It's gonna be pissed.
And then I will say, as Nim's mom is leaving, or just as the conversation is wrapping up, he'll look to her and say, just for the record, I am a monk, not an alcohol salesman. I do work at a monastery. And a lot of my teachings deal with living in the moment. A lot of people live with regret and suffer because of it. And the greatest time to take action is now. I think it might relieve a great deal of suffering if you were truthful with your son.
You know, it's so easy to say that, but when they're at that age where it's already popular to hate your parents, I feel like adding on to that is just not the wisest thing to do, but I don't know.
Nim loves you. Nim.
Did you see how he lied back there? That was unnerving. That was unnerving. There used to be a time I could be like, look me in my eyes, look me in my eyes. Did you break the vase? And he couldn't do it. And now it's just like,
I think Nim is afraid that you're going to look at him differently.
well, he's growing up. It's hard not to. I mean, it's not a bad thing. But,
He doesn't know that.
Well.
And he's powerful. He is a powerful child. And magic is strange, but there is no one he's going to listen to more than you. I learned magic more myself alone in the woods. And I'm not proud of everything that I've done. I might be friendly, but even I don't want him to be like me. We want children to be better. What's a weird animal I can turn into?
If only you wash dishes as well as you talk.
Yep.
I think Scorpio's already done.
Done. Record time.
You're like probably have like an entire stack like balanced on your hands. Can I just keep him? He's amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
Just want to keep him for myself.
Please don't.
Is this flirting?
In the way moms flirt, yes.
No, Valym asked that out loud.
Oh.
Guys, so awkward.
You're not there. Neither are they, James. This is our time. It's Valym's mom.
This is not.
And with that, we'll take our first break. Because I think we're a little overtime on a break.
Oh,
It's okay. It was good.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We are back. Thank you so much for being patient while we took a quick break. I had to put the kettle on. Because I'm out of coffee. And it's 8:30 at night, and I probably shouldn't be drinking any more coffee. But here we are. So yeah, we come back to Nim and Ajax walking through Mediford towards the small location where, sort of remote location, where Marigold's ashes are scattered. It's more symbolic in place. It's by a bluff that looks out over, the river. And the river is called the River Luri. It's the big predominant kind of like river that you have kind of been following your entire way here. And that's where there's like a small, very small like headstone, but there's nothing buried there, and a place for flowers.
Nim sort of like kneels down. Says, "Hey, Marigold, Ajax is here with me. I have had such an eventful past 2 days, you wouldn't even imagine. But I wanted to tell you all about it." And he starts like, you see that there is some like, maybe Ajax, maybe you've actually seen Nim do this before, because I feel like maybe, the last time you were here, but he tends to like bury just like little pieces of things to tell a story, and like near the headstone he sort of like moves a bit of the soil and puts the dog bone that they bought and like buries it there, and he says, "This is for Mojo. We helped her out. Her puppies were lost, but now she's gone like you, I suppose, but maybe you could keep her some company. I think she's at peace finally now. And there is another, I met a young half-orc named Tracy, who was very nice, but lost their toy friend. Mum thinks it's childish, but, I think it's a big step for Tracy to have let go. It seemed like it was connected to a lot of heavy stuff. So I wrote a sermon for Sir Reginald, and I'm going to send it to Tracy, but I figure I'd do a proper ceremony and all. I don't want to say I did and didn't, so we'll do it in the morning, but I hope you don't mind if I lay him to rest next to you, because he did ask for a beautiful area, and this is one of the best around. Anyway, I miss you, and I lied to Mum tonight, and I don't know. She seemed like she didn't mind that I left. I'm just a little confused, because I was scared and just wanted to come back the whole time, really, if I'm honest. And I just don't know if she felt the same way. I mean, I know she did. I know she did, but well, I guess it's good that she's okay without me, without us, I guess. Although you'll always have to keep her company here. Anyway, he gets up and sort of turns to Ajax. Sorry, I didn't mean to take so long, but reaches a hand out to Ajax. We need to go see her.
Yeah, we do.
He starts like walking you slowly, sort of by the hand towards gravestone.
Yeah. It's a gravestone. This one is not as carefully tended as Marigold's is. Marigold's is immaculate. There's almost a path carved to it, and the incense on it is actually still kind of burning down to its stub when you go up, because there is someone, you imagine, Mrs. Grimwellow, who visits it every day. But Belinda the Bold, as stated on her headstone, this gets visited a bit less often. And some of the flowers in the little container are dead, and there's some weeds kind of growing around it.
Ajax sits down, like just sits down and puts his hands on his knees and just looks at the grave and says out loud, starts talking. You know, I think I'm the last one of our crew that still comes to visit you. And I don't know what half of them are doing at this point, whether they're dead or alive or still trying to make it out of those slums we used to run, but I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. I think I lie to myself thinking that if I come here and honor you, I'll be able to forgive myself for what happened, but I don't think that guilt will ever leave my shoulders. I've been so many places I think you would probably love to see. You'd probably hate Valym, but I'd love to see you too.
What the hell kind of shade was that? It was so deep. I was invested. I was like, all right, you know what? Go ahead and have it. Ajax always got to say some shit. Always got to say something. It's disrespect. You going to the ground next.
You'd probably hate Valym.
Why did you have to say it again?
Picking up from where I left off. But for some reason, I think you and Scorpio would just be the best of friends.
Yeah.
But I think in a weird way, Valym kind of reminds me of you. And I think that's why we clash a lot. But I don't know. I miss you a lot. And sometimes I think that you're still there.
She's not. You hear a voice behind you say.
I can't hear it, right?
No, you can hear it.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
It's behind me, right?
Yeah.
I turn around. Excuse me?
You see a goblin that is familiar to you, Ajax, with her hair pulled up into like a little top knot, and the rest kind of like comes down to about her neck. She's kind of like got probably 32 different flasks at her belt. You know her as Bindi, someone who ran with you a long time ago.
Bindi?
Also, we come visit her all the time. And also, just so you know, Balesh was here last week. So don't lie to her like that. Like, she's not here, but if she was, you're a fucking liar. So
You could have fooled me with how this place has been looking.
why do you think I'm here? It's my turn. Move. With that big green ass. She has, like, with her, you notice a bucket with, like, a spade and, like, those little, I don't know all the name for gardening tools, but she's got her little tools in it. She throws one at you. It, like, hits you in the foot. She starts, like, Well, help, idiot.
I grab it, start helping.
Not like that. Like like the way I'm doing it.
Oh, okay.
You're just
Damn.
pulling out grass. You're supposed to pull out the weeds.
I'm not a gardener. I'm sorry, Bindi.
You're not a lot of things. You're not a lot of things.
Did you end up on the wrong side of the bed today?
I hate you. You know I hate you.
Okay. There you go.
You're
In front
lucky
of
I let
Belinda.
you be here. There's a kid here. Otherwise, violence would be done upon you in this moment.
Oh, please. You know what happened
Violence
last
would be
time.
done upon you
You
in
know
this
what
moment.
happened last
I
time.
would, you're lucky Malesh isn't here. Or you would, we wouldn't even bury you here. I was going to say you'd be here right next to her. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. Okay?
Nim is like, it's like he took a step when they started as if he was going to help, and then he just starts sort of giggling to himself and just like gives them space, like walks away, sits down like by a tree, just starts like writing in his book instead.
Oh my God, all this grass, my allergies. She like takes out some concoctions out of her belt and starts like pouring them into the grass, and you see things start to bloom. Looks like shit. Then she takes like an oil out of her bag and like pours it over the tombstone, hands you a rag, polish it. Not like that. Circular, small concentric circles.
I'm trying my best.
Well, do it like you beat it. What are all those
Stop.
muscles for? Show?
Stop yelling at me. That's not helping anybody. Jeez.
You're lucky
What-
Malesh isn't here. He would knock your head off.
You think that?
He would.
What is he up to now, anyways?
I think he started a brothel somewhere,
Sounds like him.
and I think he's selling some type of narcotic.
Some never change. What about you?
Well, don't pretend like you care.
What do you want me to be silent then?
Look, I'm here for her. And she points at the tombstone.
As am I. But if we're gonna be here at the same time, we might as well talk.
Fair.
So,
Well, I'm still in the business.
how's that going?
Pretty good.
How's everybody else?
Well, I think everybody's dead except for, like, the three of us.
Yeah, that makes sense. You said they still come here when they can?
Well, yeah, me and Malesh do from time to time. He has some kind of curse on him, I think. One of his hands is like almost completely rotted through. I think it's like a mummy rot or something. I tried to fix it, but I couldn't. It's going up his arm. It's like making him crazy and stuff, but he's alive, yeah.
Has he gone to someone about that?
Well, he came to me, so
But you're not
what?
no magic.
I mean, I know enough about concoctions, you know, so. I just got paid a bunch of money to blow up some tunnel up in the mountain. Collected, like, it was a good score. I would have cut you in on it, but, you know, there's that, so.
Which mountain?
What are you gonna, like, are you a snitch now? Are you?
Don't disrespect
I don't
me
trust
like that.
you.
Why would
Trusting you
not
is what
trust
got
me?
Belinda killed, okay? So,
You know that's not what happened, but
okay, well, trusting you didn't get Belinda killed, but you trusting the wrong people got Belinda killed. So let's not even tiptoe around it.
how long are you going to hold this on me? Because I promise you, I hold it on myself enough.
I don't know, dude. Shit sucks.
You're telling me I ain't got shit going for me these days. Ever since I left the crew, I've been lost trying to just get by, and the past few days have been better, but other than that, I've just been wandering. Because that life's all that I knew.
Yeah, you're so above it now, right?
I'm just trying to find some kind of peace.
Only difference is you decided to find it without us. And then you wonder why we don't like you.
We chose two very different paths, and I am trying my hardest.
Yeah, we get it. You're so much better than us now.
I am not better than anybody else. I am just simply trying to get by.
You're still doing it wrong. I said small concentric circles.
Can we at least just talk for 2 seconds without?
What do you want to talk about?
How have you been? Are you?
I'm doing well for myself, I think, for the most part. Yeah, I'm thriving.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm happy for you. I'm
Yeah.
happy that you are doing.
I got
well for
myself a
yourself.
house.
Really?
Yeah.
Where at? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Sucks, don't it?
The stacks.
Don't.
The nice part.
Good for you.
It's pretty cool. If you're ever in the area, I guess, stop by.
If I am invited, I would love to.
If
see
you
your
bide your
humble
P's
abode.
and Q's and stop looking down on the rest of us.
Is that what y'all think?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, I don't know how I could change that, but I promise, even if I did look at you like that, I have no right to do so. I don't even have a house. I'm not doing that well.
Oh.
So I don't know
What, are you
where you
broke?
got that idea.
Oh my God, there's like blood all over your shirt. Fine.
Oh yeah.
She reaches on the side of her belt and pulls out the most ornate gold pouch you've ever seen. Her goblin self struggles with it. It's so heavy. She opens it and you see the glimmer against her face of the moon reflecting off of gems, and she like goes through it. Here, and she tosses you 6 gold.
Oh.
Now, before I say thank you, will I get in any kind of trouble spending this gold?
They're not marked, okay? I wouldn't give you marked gold.
Look, better safe than sorry. Thank you. I pocket the gold.
Nim makes his way over as well. Ajax, he's been keeping me alive recently. He saved my life just yesterday.
How noble. She looks at you, Ajax.
I
Can I
think
be
he
anything?
is.
Did that job pay? If no, that's why you're broke.
It's not a job.
You know that widow probably has some money.
It's not my goal.
Are you talking about my mum?
Well, yeah, like,
Nim, don't let her get a rise out of you.
just saying. She's posted up in that house. You don't have a house, Ajax. She could probably pass you a couple gold to take care of the
Bindi,
What?
if I wanted money from her, I would have asked. But that is not our situation.
You do things wrong, Ajax. That's why you don't have a house in the stacks. You used to do things right, but then somewhere, us clan Copperpitch, we just know the art of the deal every time. If you don't ask, you take 100% of you lose 100% of the coins you don't ask for. So.
Yes.
Ajax, I think you're doing better in your life without her in it. Nim's going to take Ajax's hand and try.
Listen here, kiddo. We've been friends longer than you've been alive, okay? So pulling on that whole thing probably isn't going to work.
That's not
Ajax
that
had
impressive.
a life before you.
I'm not that old.
Well,
Please, please, please. Let me properly introduce you to Nim. This is Bindi. This is an old friend of mine from back whenever I used to run with, the crew I told you about. Bindi.
have you told him about the crew? Some of that's
Not
still
in-
under NDA.
No, I've only said that I used to do things that I don't do anymore.
Well, I still do those things, kid. I'm Bindi Copperpitch, alchemist extraordinaire. And she like hits you with like kind of a sarcastic bow.
I'm Nim Grimwidow. I'm the one who helped put your friend in the ground.
Ah, yeah, Belinda. She's special to me.
She seemed really special.
From the womb till the tomb. Isn't Ajax dipping your bomb?
What?
Is that that's how you know each other, right?
What did you say?
I said, is it Ajax stuffing your bomb?
No,
Are you
Ajax.
like? Is
No.
it?
No,
Is that
Ben-
official yet, or?
Bindi. No, nothing.
I
of
was
the
just.
sort.
I'm just asking questions.
And I'm answering your question. That's not what's
Oh.
happening.
I was just
Ajax.
asking.
Nim.
I didn't know because you're together, so I was thinking maybe y'all had tied the knot, or no.
Not
Okay.
with tied. No.
All right.
I'm
just asking questions.
We are just friends.
I
Nim
guess.
walks back to the house.
Look at Nim.
Sorry, Ajax. I didn't know. I thought everybody knew. You're always over there. I don't know. Are you? Aren't you? I thought y'all maybe.
I don't go shouting it from the rooftops. We're just friends.
Oh.
A bit of it.
How was I supposed to know that? That kid's what, like 30? I just thought maybe he knew.
The kid is. You said what?
30? I don't know.
Nim.
Well, like goblins age different. I don't know. Is it like how old is that? Probably like 25, 30.
Nim is, from my understanding, 12.
It's depending on who you are. Like that's a full-grown adult,
12-year-old child.
Like for an elf, that's an infant, right? But like
12-year-old.
oh, well, how was
child.
I supposed to know that? Like, I just assumed it's
maybe
probably
I'm
25,
just- I'm
30. I don't
answering your
know.
question.
But I guess they did say they haven't been alive that long. I don't know.
Very young, growing boy.
She takes like another flask from her like thing, pops it. I'm just vibing. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all are so serious all the time,
Well, it's a lot of serious things happening.
She starts putting her tools back in her bucket. You want some?
Fuck it.
She hands it to you. Make a
God
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, my boy.
This is illegal.
I'm just like, oh, this is gonna kill me. Let me see. That is a 13.
You take 2 like poison damage, and you are incredibly inebriated.
What is this?
I don't know. I like ground up some shit, put it in there. I don't know what it is for.
Some shit?
Yeah,
You don't
like
you don't mean literal
okay. So
shit, do you?
I found like this arcane well in my journeys, and there was like dragon blood flowing through like this underground channel, and so I was like, what would happen if you crystallized that, ground it up, and just like snorted it? And so from there I started mixing it with other stuff, And that's
What?
that right
What?
there. You know, that's the stuff. It's
What
good.
other stuff?
Doesn't it taste like cherries?
No.
Bro, you drank drugs. That seems worse.
Yeah.
What? What? Next time,
What?
did you?
Some stump water. I think I found some water that was collected in a stump in the woods. Druids put me onto that, and then I took that, and then I put this in there to add that flavor, and then I also put in some like. You know how I used to lick chameleons back when you knew me, but that didn't really do anything? I did find a frog that if you lick it. So then I rubbed a frog on it because I didn't know how to approximate that. At first, I would lick it and then drink it because it was like a chaser. That wasn't as good. So I just took it and I just rubbed it on the stump water. And yeah.
I did not hear a word you just said.
You look like you're going to be sick.
What is this? Oh my god.
You used to drink it all the time.
No, I didn't.
The Bindi
No,
brew?
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, wrong person. Wrong Ajax.
Yes, you did. You loved it.
Oh god.
The Bindi bro? You always loved it.
But Bindi.
Are you gonna do not throw up on me?
I'll be fine. Just I had a question for you. If I potentially needed some work on the side, nothing too crazy like we used to do, just something simple, maybe I don't know, something light like extortion. Just
You
is there
know,
anything?
back home, I do have some work. And you know what? It's actually work that wouldn't, I think, fly in the face of your normal values, but it does involve breaking some bones.
That's are my bones broken? That's my specialty.
Yeah. No, I think I've got some good work. I've heard rumors of rumbles in the stacks, and where there's rumbles, there's money to be made.
Always.
And Mindy Copperpitch has got to get hers.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
I don't know if we'll be able to get Maleshin on it, but yeah, I've got some connects.
Okay.
Look me up.
Well, I will.
The Copperpitch estate. Sometimes my sisters come and stay with me, so just be prepared for that. But yeah. We have a lot of rooms, so we can still put you up even if my sisters are over. I'm sure you remember them.
Yeah, I do. I think. Yeah, totally. I'm gonna try to.
I think one of them almost
with...
killed you, but I don't know what y'all were up to. Crazy shit.
I don't know what I was doing yesterday at this point. I gotta get back. I gotta catch up with him. I don't know where he might have went.
Probably home. Where the hell else? Like, it's not like where the kid's gonna run off to here. It's a graveyard. It's not like us. When we were kids, we would run off to like barrows and dig them up for money and adventure. Remember that treehouse we made? Anyways, but yeah, what are you gonna do around here? Like, it's a graveyard.
Kids are crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, no, we got into some stuff.
I kind of miss that stuff sometimes. I do.
Well, here you go for old time's sake. She takes another vial from her pocket and gives it to you. You can save it for later.
I'll take it. Cool. Pocket it.
It has a 3-day expiration. After that, it will either not work or explode. So just, have fun with that.
Thank you for 3 days starting now, or
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just say, yeah. She thinks about it for a second. Yeah, we'll say starting now.
Okay, that's great to know. Okay, Mindy. It was good.
It was actually nice catching up with you. Thanks for helping with,
Thanks.
And she looks down at the gravestone. I miss you, old girl. You were the best of us.
Yeah,
All right. Give me my spade.
Yep.
Bye.
All right. Be safe. Please. And I stumble back to Nim's home.
Yeah. Door wide open because Nim busted in there looking for his mom.
Can we
I
just
don't know
be
if
like in the dining room, like talking about tea or something?
Chill.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, can
ginger
she be
cookies.
teaching us how to knit?
Yeah.
She's got like a plate of ginger cookies there and like,
It's so nice.
cups of tea. And she's teaching you how to crochet.
Yeah.
So is Nim already back there? Did Nim make it?
Yeah. It would
Okay.
be like a few steps ahead of you. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're drunk.
Well, yes.
You're-
I want to walk in the house and just like, hey, and knock on the door, hey guys, and then follow my face.
But first,
Where did you go to?
Mom,
Yes.
Nim.
Hi.
is Ajax my dad?
Oh my, no. Why would you think that? He hasn't even been around as long as
His
you've been
friend
alive.
says that you're stooping.
No. Of course not. We're just friends, honey. No. Come sit down. Have a ginger cookie. You look distraught. So what you want to do is you take this loop and then you bend it over and then you go through here and you pull it out.
Is
No,
that
kids
something
don't.
that Ajax
People
does?
will make
Is this
rumors
stuffing?
about anything. Okay, don't listen to that.
You got that, Balvin?
Oops, I made a scarf.
You know, I'm sure
I'm so
that
fast.
one of Ajax's friends was just trying to tease him, and unfortunately, you fell in the crosshairs of that joke because sometimes friends don't think about that. They don't think about how their joke might hit other people, which is why
Yeah,
we have
she
to be
was-
careful with our words.
She was a bit horrible, admittedly.
Wasn't she one of Ajax's friends?
Ajax is like on the floor, by the way.
Are we? Should I do something about that?
Leave him. He's fine.
Okay. I like this name.
I'm gonna take some cookies, put them on a plate, and then go put it down next to Ajax and come back.
He's like a puppy.
She like leans in closer to you, Nim, and she's like, it looks like they were drinking, and when people are drunk, they say the stupidest things. And that's why we don't drink, because then our horns won't grow and we will make fools of ourselves. We have to wait until we're old enough, and then we imbibe responsibly with people we trust so that we don't make any decisions that we might regret later, because people, when they're drinking, are animals. No offense. So we just,
I'm thinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, look how foolish Ajax looks. That's irresponsible drinking. When we drink responsibly. And, if you
Right.
ever want to try it, just do it here. Like where we can keep an eye on you. That's, where me and Valym can watch, we can give you a little bit, like a thimble with dinner. But I would prefer if you didn't. But if you're going to, do it here.
Okay, Mom, I guess
All
it,
right.
Mom.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just...
Thanks for the cookies.
And no drugs, or your horns will just fall right off. Right? Scorpio, right?
You know what? I think a tiefling knows more about this than two half-elves. Resident expert.
Fair. That is a lovely scarf, Scorpio. You've missed a couple of stitches, but you can barely tell. Look at how even that is. Isn't that beautiful, Valym?
It really is.
Look at that.
Actually, so, you know what? I have an idea of what might sober Ajax up. I'll be right back.
I'm excited to see this. As a DM.
Gonna pick him up. Is he passed out?
I think he's
Yes.
probably doing that drunk groaning thing.
So he's like out, right?
No, I'm like half in, half out. I don't know what's happening,
Cool,
but
cool,
I'm not.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Eat the cookies.
Where's it? I want to find a tree.
Oh,
A big tree, though.
that's outside.
So I'm picking him up and go outside to a big tree.
Hmm. You
Mm,
find a
hold
large
on.
weeping willow.
Is there anybody else around?
I'm gonna go
No,
watch.
not really. It's like
No,
I said,
no,
it's
no,
a
no,
cemetery
you don't wanna see
town.
this.
There's not much
You don't
here.
want to see this. You don't want to see this.
Where are we going?
I have an idea of what might help you wake up faster.
Please.
Okay, just close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I haven't tried this before. I'm going to wild shape into a giant wolf spider, and I'm going to start webbing him up and then hang him upside down on the tree so that the blood rushes to his head.
You're going to do what now?
So first of all, Ajax, this is terrifying.
I know.
But I'm gonna like wrap up his mouth first.
The noise.
And then put him in a tree. And as soon as that's done, I'm gonna go back to Valym.
Ajax, make a Constitution saving throw as you get flipped upside down and put in a tree.
That is a 13.
You feel yourself coming to. Like there's a moment where you're gonna like vomit and then you don't, and instead you let out a really nasty belch. So noxious it turns into like a cloud in front of you, and the silhouette of Bindy's face going, and then disappears, and you're sober.
Yep. Then I'm gonna clear his mouth.
What the fuck?
There was a giant spider and it tied you up.
Oh, what?
A giant spider?
Get me down. What? You didn't stop it?
No. No, I did not.
Can't you talk to these things?
It takes me 10 minutes.
I'm big. How did no one see this?
It was a giant wolf spider. I don't know.
And no one was like, hey, help that guy. It's a giant wolf spider spinning him.
Hey, Nim, Scorpio. Mom.
Someone please get me down.
You all come outside and see Ajax hanging upside down from like what appears to be webbing from a tree.
Oh.
What did you do?
It was a spider.
Hello, friends. Please help.
He's sober now. I told you it would work.
Wide awake. Please get me down.
Oh. And Scorpio will go over to start cutting the webbing.
Wait, no. Oh, Nim, is there anything that you want to say to Ajax? You seemed very frustrated. I'm going to give you a safe moment to do it.
What is happening?
Who?
Because Nim was upset.
Oh, Nim.
Nim, you can be honest.
It just says exercise. What is going on?
Nim will walk over.
Oh.
I'm going to stand back and stand next to the mom and just be like,
I feel like Scorpio went up to cut the thing, and as soon as this happened, he's like, oh, and backs away.
Still on the tree branch, but like.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you stop?
And kind of loudly, so everyone can hear, is like, you better keep your distance, but he's not good at this kind of shit. From you tell me, you be straight with me if ever that. I mean, you're both adults, and it's not. But you better tell me. And then he leans in, close to Ajax's ear. Though he says, "Though I wouldn't be upset if you were my dad." And backs in, and he's like, "All right,
Cut it.
and then walks up. Walks back to his mom.
that was good in him. That was bold. That was well said.
Brendolyn just says to Valym, who's on the other side of her, he's not. but
Oh, I don't. You can do better.
I think so too. Yeah.
Oh.
Are you feeling better, Ajax?
No, I'm
Oh.
not. I'm really.
Oh, get him down from there. I think.
Yeah.
Linda, I was the spider.
Hello.
You know,
Scorpio will help you down.
Okay, I was gonna say someone is right.
Yeah.
Scorpio's dexterity and stuff is high enough. This is like easy for him. He lets you down. Would Scorpio remember to lower Ajax gently?
No, it was a full, like, as soon as Nim finished.
Yeah.
Don't.
But now Scorpio is helping you get out of the weather.
Yeah. You fall to the floor, taking 4 bludgeoning damage.
Oops.
I rolled the die for it.
Ajax is going to die by his friend's hands.
It was a spider.
And then Scorpio carefully cuts you out, probably thinking nothing of the head trauma since he smacks his head on things all day long, you know?
Bing, bing.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a lot of excitement for one day. We should all go inside and turn in for the night. It's getting late. Past your bedtime, Nim.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mom.
You have a
What?
ceremony in the morning.
Valym and
Yes.
Scorpio, would y'all mind staying outside for just a brief discussion?
Not
Sure.
too late. Bright and early. 6 a.m.
Yes, sir.
We're right behind you.
He
You're
goes
the
in
boss.
with his mom. I assume.
Yeah. She comes in with you to like wash up,
Mm.
giving you like a big bar of soap and like a towel and behind the ears. Look at this. You're not getting behind your ears. You have to get back there.
Yeah, all right.
When you're camping out there, all kinds of stuff gets stuck in there.
I know. I'll be more careful.
Behind
There's
the
a
horns
lot.
too. See this alt here? See all this here? And she starts rubbing your scalp. Look at that.
Mom.
Look at that. It's like you didn't even wash. Meanwhile, outside. Oh, continue.
I was gonna say he grabs her hand real quick and he says, Mom, are you gonna be okay if I keep going out?
You know, I didn't think I was going to be. But after meeting your friends, I think I could get used to the idea.
I just want to grow up to be the person you want me to be, Mom.
You already are. Just don't change too much, too fast, okay? Because,
Great.
you know, look at you. You feel like you grew 3 inches since you were gone.
Well, it was my birthday.
Wait, was it?
You said 13. Previously 12.
Oh.
Yes. Let's say yes. The past 2 days.
Maybe
One
that's
of
why
them.
you went to Goldendale.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just want to be able to recognize you when you come back.
All right,
all.
Mom. I'm not gonna grow that quick.
And as you turn to go up the stairs, she grabs you again, this time like firmly by the wrist. She says, "Don't lie to me, because I'll know. I always know. And the day I don't know is the day that scares me."
Yes, Mom.
All right.
I
Go wash up.
promise.
Don't forget that ring around the horns. It's
Yeah.
healthy. Behind the neck too. Don't be late. Wash your legs, because I know you think the water just goes down, but those also require scrubbing.
Never goes to take a bath, I guess.
And use the lavender soap. It's not girly. It just smells good.
I know.
Meanwhile, outside, you hear from inside the house with the open door, "Use the lavender soap. It's not girly. It just smells good."
She has a point.
Do you like lavender?
It does smell really good.
What was up, Ajax?
I go and sit by the tree that I just almost died from, and I'm holding my head like, God, that hurt.
Hey,
thanks again, Scorp, for helping me down.
You were in quite a state. You were a little drunk there, bud?
Yeah, we went to the visit at to the graves. An old friend of mine actually stopped by, and this old friend passed me some. I don't know if I should call it alcohol. They passed me something, and I barely remember anything, honestly, from that point forward. But before that, I was revisiting one of my something from my past, and when Bindi showed up, it kind of put me back in that perspective, I guess. And after thinking about what's transpired the past few days and what's almost happened to Nim and what Nim's had to see, I don't know if I'm cut out for this.
What exactly?
Well, I've been trying my best to, be some kind of dad to the kid, but I thought I was doing a good job, but after I talked to his mom and I talked to Bindi, it made me think that maybe I haven't changed. And I'm still the same guy that was robbing people, running through houses, and just I'm not built to be a dad.
Ajax, you studied the blade. I, in a monastery, study those ways. Valym studies the forest. All of these things come through time, and they take practice. You are just practicing. No one has training for being a parent besides existing in their own life. And I can tell you from the outside, you're doing the best that you can. And you're not alone.
Do you want the child to see you as a father?
I didn't have a dad either. And I think that something inside of me is just, I don't want anybody else to go through that, something even remotely like that. And I just want to make sure I don't mess up.
You're going to mess up. Just be there when you mess up. Don't leave when you mess up. Take responsibility when you mess up. I don't think Nim expects you to do it right all the time. Nim just wants you to be there when you don't. Nim's real father isn't there at all. You're already one step ahead of him.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I just...
Ajax, I think you have an idea of what Nim wants you to be. But I don't think Nim cares. I think Nim just likes you for the overprotective, overzealous powerhouse of a half-orc that you are. That's enough. Hey, Check, I've known you for less than a week. But I stayed. For whatever the hell's reason, I stayed.
I'm glad you did.
It's like a car wreck. You just can't look away.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking.
Good.
It's good to have those thoughts and recognize your limits, but I don't think you're at that yet. If you're gonna drink, though, I prefer you do it in the house when it's with us, just so that we can keep an eye on you.
And if it's people that you have caution about, don't accept their drinks.
It's an old friend. You're right. You're right. I know. It doesn't even sound right whenever I say it.
I mean, to be honest, Ajax, it sounds like you're nothing like the person that you used to be. The person you used to be probably would have had a higher endurance to that, but it sounds like mentally and physically, you're changing, and for the better. If ingesting poison hurts you, then you're probably recovering.
Ajax, you wouldn't know there was a time in your life where you could drink stump water, Bindi stump water brew, and probably not feel like you were going to die. Like, you still would get messed up, but you didn't, it wasn't quite like this. You could hold your liquor a little better. I don't know if we can call this liquor.
Yeah, it's something.
Stump water surprise.
Oh, surprise is worse.
Now listen, Nim
You
is
don't
going
know
to
what
wake us
falls
up.
in when she's making it. Anything could fall in. She leaves it out there in that stump for so long. You know, even she sometimes doesn't know what's going to come out. Anyways.
You better get some sleep, Ajax.
We have a toy to bury tomorrow.
Yeah, big day.
Why didn't you two take it with you when you went to the cemetery?
I think he wanted y'all to be there too.
Oh. We should avoid bringing up the fact that I and Scorp and you, Ajax, and potentially other people have been calling Nim a godchild.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should avoid that if we can help it.
I agree.
Good note.
His mom is very nice.
Yeah, you get to know her.
I feel like we bonded earlier.
That's good. Well,
Nobody's stupid.
nobody's.
What is stupid?
I don't know. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
Ajax, what is stupid?
Well, when two people love each other very much.
We fade to black.
Why don't they just call that sex?
Hey, man, people, different places.
Actually, that's a lot more letters than you need. It's like maybe 7?
I said the same thing, but that's their shit. But
Huh, okay, that's fair.
I'm glad I met you guys.
Why?
Oh, nope, he means me too.
I know what he meant. He's a very straightforward guy.
No, I was just curious why you were glad you met us. I thought we were, I don't know.
As much of a burden as I might have been in your sides the past few days, I've needed something or someone to challenge me from going back down the same path I probably would have.
That makes sense.
So, you know.
Yes, I do swear, if it looks like you're turning evil, I will kill you. There.
I was the spider.
What? What? You can do that?
Let's go see what Nim's mom's making.
Come on, get in. And she's like at the door waving. Come on. She's got like 3 towels on her arm with 3 individual bars of soap. Here you go. Wash up before you get into bed. And she like closed the door behind you. And then she says, oh, by the way, you have a ceremony to do tomorrow. Yes? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, she like goes over and pull to like one of her drawers in like a writing desk that's in the corner of the living room, and she pulls out like a little map of the city, and she's like, "Well, you know, they're very specific about where you can bury who over here. Now, this is Marblehead. That's probably going to be all bad. Metaford, probably not so great, but the Warrens." There, they do have vacant space where you could probably do something like this without needing to pay permits, fees, and things like that. So, Nim will know what to do. Just take Nim there tomorrow, and it'll be fine. There is a little bit of a disturbance over there because, like I said, the quarry is right next to it, and the stonemasons might be staging, you know. But I think it's fine for now, and. Yeah, just there's like a weird groundskeeper with a lantern. Just keep an eye out for him, and he'll lead you in the right direction. He's really weird, but you know, does good work, I think. I don't know. I don't go down there very often. So.
Is he
Ground.
safe?
Oh yeah, I think.
We're all gonna die.
You've ended many of your sentences what I think was a question mark.
You know, I'll just say this: if I saw him in a dark alley at night, I wouldn't go that way. I would find another way to go. But do I think he would outwardly harm you? No. I mean, there are
The
three
question
of you.
marks are really, really concerning me.
He
But it's
will
fine.
help you with this endeavor, though. It seems like it means a lot to Nim, so there might be something down there for you. Just be careful. The Warrens are largely unmarked. And you notice, like, there's, like, streets that are marked on the map she's showing you of Medford and Marblehead with buildings marked and landmarks, but the Warrens is kind of like a blob that just says the Warrens across it, you know? She says, there's a lot of unmarked graves there, things like that. Some of the people that, you know, can't afford to be buried up here, people that don't have anyone to claim them, they end up, you know, being laid to rest down there. And yeah.
You see a glass of milk just like float by from the kitchen past you guys and up the stairs.
What?
And then a little, oh, thank you.
That's new.
Don't look at me.
There was also some people who, like myself, have been amazed by how much magic your child has.
I think she gets that. Or I think he gets that from his dad's side. That was a magical man.
Is this a metaphor?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Not a good man, but a magical one.
Nim, what was that?
It's bedtime.
That doesn't
He's
happen
in his
when I go to
room.
sleep.
Door's closed.
Has that been happening during... Has that been happening while we've been camping? You were worried about a small child, but the...
I've never seen that happen before.
Okay.
Nim more surprises every single day at this point.
Level 2 is crazy.
Really is. Oh, tiny girl child.
Just wait till
And then-
y'all start flinging fireballs.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll all settle in then. It'll be nice to stay indoors even though.
That's true. We
Yeah.
did not.
You get the benefits of a long rest without having to set a watch, forage for food. Nothing. You all get to rest.
Oh my god.
Thank God I needed it, boy.
You took like 6 damage.
Bro, off of nothing.
hmm And
Oh
you
my
all
God.
enjoy a peaceful sleep. That'll be where we close our episode.
Hell yeah.
Woo.
Oh my
Some
god.
intense stuff.
Painted
Jeez.
minis for nothing. You asshole. This isn't like how cool this guy looks. Now he's just, we guys gotta save him for a whole week. Oh my
We got
God.
too caught up in our
Such a
fields.
Cool lantern
shopping.
guy. Such a cool lantern guy.
Yeah,
No,
the
yeah.
shopping. You present us with such amazing NPCs, we can't help but stay around talking to them.
Interact.
I know.
Nah. Josephine, that was all you. You literally said
Kind
Nim
of,
sees a shiny thing.
Lantern guy.
What?
Nim sees a dog treat. Where the hell did the dog treat come from? You just brought that up. You brought it up while I was trying to buy a cloak. You didn't even let me finish my cloak. You're like, Nim sees a dog treat in the corner. You're just over your head like,
Limitless
This-
options.
This thing was magical. It unfolded. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Just-
I think it's cool.
Yo, these sketches of Hoodwinkle are sending me.
Someone
That
had
nailed
to
it.
sketch the whole
Nailed it.
This happens every week.
That's
Let's wrap up.
I
so
know,
can go
I
look.
know. That's my little
yes,
Bissy
yes.
goblin. She looks so cute. Her little arched eyebrows and her henna hands. I love it. I love it.
Oh.
What an
All the
extra
small
little
characters are
gobbo.
cute. It's weird.
I love goblins, but
Oh, I love. Okay, yes, we should. Let's
let's
go.
do some shout outs. Thank you so much, chat, for joining us for this crazy adventure. I appreciate y'all tuning in every single week. And I pride myself on bringing you NPCs that you hate. Gabe, take it away.
Well, I'm so mad you led with me after that sentence. I'm so mad at you. Hi, I'm Gabe James Games across the internet, cosplay, voiceover, and game design. This is the main show that I am on right now. I've been doing a lot less to basically lean myself into not overwhelming myself, because I will do that if I don't. But there is plenty more stuff on the horizon, so you'll hear about that probably soon. And I love a lot of the NPCs that Jasmine makes. It's just, I'll never talk to Tootsie again, or Shaw, or...
We don't need to make a list.
Yeah, we do.
Xander, who are you? Where can people find you?
That's me, right? Xander Jeanneret. You can find me at Xanderific with 2 R's and 1 F. I put up my schedule on my Twitter, and I'm streaming all the time for my personal channel and other shows throughout the internet. Wee.
Fabulous. Balvin.
I am LordBalvin on everything because I got my Twitter back, as they say. You know. But yeah, LordBalvin on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. I'm just a guy where I be chilling. A lot of hot takes. I do not have a as a cool resume as my friends here. but it's not a comparison. I'm simply just chilling. Yeah, I got a big thing that I've been working on the past few weeks with my friend Vicken as a GTA RP server that has been pushed back a few times due to behind the scenes things. But if that does interest you, that'll be launching on Twitch sometime this month. But yeah, it'll be a cool thing, hopefully. So that's me.
Fabulous. Josephine.
Hi, I'm Josephine McAdam. You can find me at JCVIM everywhere. Of note this week, tomorrow is part 2 of a game I'm keeper for that Jasmine is playing in. It's Call of Cthulhu. Some shit went down in Paris in the late 1800s, and we'll see how it all falls out. You can watch part 1 on YouTube, but also this Friday, season 3 of Eclipse, which is our dark sci-fi mothership RPG show, starts back up, and Jasmine is also in that with me as the Dr. Ruha.
Another character people hate.
People do not hate her. Are you kidding? People love Dr. Ruha. She's lying.
The thumbs up for me.
It's a lie. Anyway,
Hate
that
only
is
fuels me.
that is it at twitch.tv/JCVIM. Fridays at 7 p.m. We have live scored music as we play. It's a lot of fun, and it's just a 6th episode, and it's our last season. So yeah,
I didn't know it was live scored.
Wait, it was live scored when you were there, wasn't it?
I didn't know that. It's great. That's amazing. That's incredible.
I think that was back before we could hear it. So just the audience would hear the live scoring, and
you were in the first couple episodes of season 2 or second season, right? So, yeah, because there was an issue with the first one. Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
So the audience
Okay.
could hear it, but we couldn't hear the live scoring. So that's probably why.
Yeah. The memory thing.
Now everyone does.
The memory thing.
Yeah, no, I guess it's had a lot.
And as always, I'm Jasmine ThatBronzeGirl Bhullar. I say it 18 different ways because I pronounce it Bhullar. Happy Vaisakhi and Ramadan Mubarak to everybody that's celebrating, you know. Yes. Yeah, you can find me here on my Twitch channel at ThatBronzeGirl, and on Twitter at the same handle. And yeah, I've got altogether way too many RPGs this week, but I'm super excited. It's going to be a good week, and I've got a couple of writing things in the works, so keep an eye on that as well. And I'm just really excited to be working on this campaign. So I will be doing those things. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got. We've been playing First Class Trouble on stream, and it's ridiculous, honestly.
Definitely a game.
It's a game that has been played.
Yes.
Thank you, Jasmine, for an absolutely wonderful
Yes.
night.
Always,
Delightful.
always. It's my pleasure to bring you all this story. So, bye, everyone. Good night. Be safe. Don't do stupid things. Make good choices. Just like Nim's mom would.
Just like Nim's mom.